lost control. My true identity, the power that is me. We all danced in fire, trapped in this machine. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman's watching. We all danced in fire, looking through the screen. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman watches. With the rules in the fight, electric lines, change surroundings, drawing history. A treasure disappears as she goes. Miss her as you look away, and no one knows. This power is a key. This power changes me. We all danced in fire, trapped in this machine. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman's watching. We all danced in fire, looking through the screen. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman watches. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. You didn't know, now I'm gonna show you the power that is me. You try to take me down, stop the show. Seems you never tasted fear or loss of control. The power lives in me. The power that is me. We all danced in fire, trapped in this machine. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman's watching. We all danced in fire, looking through the screen. Don't know how long we waited, as the Eggman watches. As the Eggman watches.
Every single drop of all you got, every single drop of all you got, every single bit of all you have, every single bit of all you have. Every single drop of all you got, every single drop of all you got, every single bit of all you. If truly free, be stopped never through all that's happening. Who's gonna rock the place? Place, place. Who's gonna rock the place? Place, place. Who's gonna rock the place? Place, place. Who's gonna rock the place? No one can touch this. Who's gonna rock the place? We're forever gonna rock the place. Who's gonna rock the place? All together gonna rock the place. Who's gonna rock the place? We're forever gonna rock
What you're telling me is the dog is experiencing euphoria.
Oh, what a way to start that. Hi, chat.
What do you mean?
I just went properly live.
Oh. Okay.
But yes, yes, you're not wrong. Oh, hi, chat. How? Wait, what? Okay. What's the right way to explain this?
There is no right way to
There's
explain
no really
this.
right way to explain this. I'm gonna just do this.
Chat, I don't know if any of you are on vertical, but now I can do a vertical live stream on YouTube. It just does it automatically for me. YouTube thinks that that's a cool idea.
Here, I will
So-
show euphoric dog.
So I have no idea if it's actually like doing that.
Okay, we gotta hide the fleas. Well, wait, shit.
Also, sorry for starting late tonight. I got home late.
You can see the face there. It's euphoric dog.
Dog experiencing a Kevin Lamar song.
Oh God. Otherwise, hi chat. How is everyone?
I'm doing good.
Ugh,
You know,
good.
I'm doing all right. I think that might be the last week of overtime for me. Because next week is a short week. Because let's see here. My schedule, I think, goes all the way up through Saturday.
Mm.
I'll actually take a look right now. Let me see.
Oh. And for well, we'll let you finish, then I'll suck.
Goes all the way through the 20th, and that's it. Next week, let's see here. Next week, it would have to be on the 21st, 22nd, or 23rd, because my normal schedule is Wednesday through Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and the 24th and 25th. Oh, well, let's see, the 25th and 26th. My boss told me we get off. So my bet is I'm gonna work on either a Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, and then I'll have Wednesday, and then I'll have Thursday, Friday off, and then I'll come back in on Saturday.
Right. But we're about to start seeing some normalcy with you.
Maybe once the overtime is over.
Good.
Maybe.
So, I do want to mention this is the first Dogwave with the new model.
It is. How is that going for you?
Oh, it's doing great. Psycho knocked this one out of the park. Like okay, when I put it together in the sheet, I was like, I don't know how well this is gonna turn out.
Yeah.
And then Pika, the artist who did the actual sheet for Psycho, was like, okay, this is really good. This is really, really good. And then Psycho did it, and I'm like, oh my god. It went much better than I expected.
Right. And a lot of people seem to love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
A lot of people do seem to love it.
Oh, goodness.
Euphoric dog. Chubby dog.
Euphoric dog.
Okay.
Chubby dog. Yes.
Yes, I'm...
There is no, okay, look, you even told me that you were trying.
I know. The dog is supposed to have some chub.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I've talked about this specifically. Because I didn't intend to get this model when I had originally designed the original sheet, the one that I'm also for the later model. I had actually talked to Mizu about his, because this was right after the stream where you and Mizu were talking about like what is the right amount of pudge.
Right.
So I messaged him. I was like, hey, I kind of want your opinion on this. And I just kind of started sending him pudge. like,
Temp is a chubby chaser.
God damn it.
Maybe. Never knew he was black. Well, he is a redhead. Close enough.
Close enough.
Mm.
So after sitting down with Mizu and getting his opinion on like the right amount of pudge, then I put that in the sheet, and that's what we used.
Mhm.
So it's like it's not supposed to be fat, but it's like it's supposed to be like a certain level of like. It's supposed to be a certain level of pudge, if that makes sense.
My screen died. Hold on a moment. You continue talking.
Mizu is the chubby chaser. Temp is the chubby. It's not entirely wrong, actually. And you can kind of see it here. We'll do that so you all can see it. Actually, you wouldn't be able to see it on Occo stream anyway. You just come to mine to see it. Oh, goodness. Sorry. I'm like burping. It's not great. Got a bit of meat on those bones. Yeah. So I don't know if I ever talked about the lore with you as to why the dog is slightly chubby.
Why is dog chubby?
So I might have talked to you about the lore specifically, where the dog was actually human, like straight human.
Okay.
But because the dog doesn't exist in like Earth, quotation marks Earth, but it's supposed to be like that same like world I've written that like all my other characters exist in. But because of how expensive it is and just living in a basic ass apartment, still not able to pay rent, she had to get there was someone like a private government sector that was doing experiments and was offering a absolutely large chunk of change for test subjects to get out of the hole the dog applied. And that was the actual experiment was gene splicing.
Why is it not working? Fuck.
So with said experiment, the dog became the dog with, ears and tail and dog features. But because of that, the dog also never left her apartment again, unless like heavily covered, so no one could tell the dog features. So because of that, she just kind of sits around at home doing absolutely nothing and let it go a little bit.
Right.
Chimera like Nina? Which one's Nina?
Why are you?
Could this
Why are you
have
doing that?
anything to do with what you did earlier?
I don't think I checked. Is the problem?
Full Metal Alchemist. That would be why I don't know that name. I know Full Metal Alchemist as a show, but I've never actually watched it myself. I primarily know the memes. Welcome, Scotty. Welcome, Chili Vixen.
I'm just confused because like it worked and now it's not working.
Right. And welcome, Squash.
The Elgato game capture just does not have any signal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me try and unplug it again.
Again, you're not a VTuber unless there is active scuff. Ironically, Nina is one of them. Fair. Oh, God. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Never mind. I know Nina. I understand. Never mind. Never mind. I get it. I understand. In that regard, technically, yes. Technically. Just not to that extreme. It almost makes me want to actually sit down and write it, but like go the full mile and write like the transformation. Kind of. I don't know.
It's still thinking about it. What the absolute fuck?
Oh my goodness. Sorry, chat. It's I went
Just
to bed
start
late last
talking
night.
because I don't. Okay, there it goes.
No, you got it?
Yes.
Welcome, Farrell. Hoi Temp, MommaOcco.
Sorry. I just. That is really frustrating. I don't know why it does that, but occasionally the capture card between PCs just decides it doesn't want to work.
Mm-hmm. I can't help you there. I don't know.
It's yeah.
Like actually looking at it, I could probably figure it out, but I'm not looking at it, so.
No, there really is nothing you can do about it, honestly. Honestly, there is legitimately just nothing you can do about it.
That's fair.
It's fixed now, but yeah. Well, chat, what I was going to show you is while we play tonight or while we talk tonight, I am going to be playing the new Warframe content.
Oh, I haven't done Old Peace yet.
I haven't done that either.
I've been a little preoccupied. This week has been
Yeah.
incredibly busy. Start of the week we had Grounded, which was the first stream with the new model. Then we did literally the day after we did the Game Awards stream, which I was late for Under the Tea with that, but oh well.
You were.
And then we did Undertale on Friday.
How was that? Has your game deleted itself yet?
I have not looked. I can look right now.
Oh,
Let's find out.
probably
Let's look right now.
should. See if you have to restart. It would be kind of funny, not gonna lie.
Nope, it's there. My save is there.
Good.
And then Abiotic on Saturday with Magma. We made so much story progress. It was great.
I was wondering when you would play Old Peace. I mean, like, I couldn't do it yesterday because yesterday was Warhammer.
Yeah.
Couldn't really do it when it came out because I had other things to do.
You had
So it's
work
just like,
and stuff.
kind of fits now.
Mhm.
It just kind of fits now. So I'll
See,
be doing that in the background.
I want to sit down with Old Peace, but having finished Claire Obscure, because I finished that on Wednesday. Because I wanted to finish it before the Game Awards. Which is stupid and arbitrary and shouldn't matter at all, but I did.
No, because they aren't going to spoil it.
Exactly. But now that that's done, I don't have that like that feeling of like, oh god, I need to finish it before the year's out. That burden I put on myself there anymore. And I finally started playing Monster Hunter again.
Which one?
Wilds.
Well.
Because we're about to get title update 4 on Tuesday. So I wanted to get caught up and finally take on Omega. Why does the dog have a fluffy foxtail? So, people have been equating the new dog model to be like a Shiba, which have fluffy tails. So maybe.
Is that what you were going for?
I wanted the fluffy tail because I like the fluffy tail. The fluffy tail is great.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have like a pin down like what specific breed of dog.
Right.
But probably one with a fluffy tail.
Excuse me. Well, it looks nice. I'm going to be real with you.
Thank you. And TU4 is supposed to be an optimization update. Yes. And Capcom. Why don't we start with that? Since chat's bringing it up.
With Capcom?
Well, specifically with Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Did I not
pop
put
out
that in the
window.
docket? I'm mad at myself. I should have put that in the docket. I could have swore I did, but oh well.
You could have sworn that you do a lot of things. I'm going to be real with you.
I mean, fair. I know I sent this to a few people. I guess I just thought I put it in the docket and I didn't. We don't need.
You are not sharing your screen, by the way.
I know. I'm setting it up. You're fine.
Oh, chat. While Temp is doing this, I must tell you my my escapades into self-hosting. I bought a new Switch for my setup, and I tried to like create a little network with the Switch, and I almost ended up with both of my computers not having internet. And so I had to default plug them into the router instead of the Switch, so I could have internet tonight.
Mhm.
And tomorrow I'll mess with it.
Right.
And I also bought a Raspberry Pi hat that gives this the Raspberry Pi PoE. It also has an NVMe port on it, which we'll probably talk about a little bit later because Samsung getting rid of SSD stuff, which is insane
Very
to me.
specifically SATA drives, not NVMe.
Yeah, it's just SATA drives. Still quite sad, I'm going to be honest with you. That's going to shrink the market.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I bought a PoE hat, and I'm going to try and start testing it tomorrow.
Good.
Hopefully. Might not have time.
Anyway, so I have it pulled up. We knew that title update 4. So for those who don't know how the title updates work for Monster Hunter, if you've played Final Fantasy XIV, that is going to be the best example. The title updates are the equivalent of like the patches. So if you play Final Fantasy XIV, it would be like patch 7.1. We'll use Dawn Trail patches as the example. So Wild's base would be like 7.0, which was Dawn Trail. Title update 1 would be 7.1, title update 2 would be 0.2, 3 would be 0.3, etc. We're about to enter title update 4, where we're getting Gogmizos as like our monster for this patch. But Capcom has said months ago that they have been working on optimization in the background, but they didn't want to release it until it was stable. So they've kind of done it incrementally, done like small optimizations here and there where they could.
Right.
But they did say title update 4 would be the big optimization patch.
And has it done so?
We don't know yet. That comes out on Tuesday. But they gave us a full-on article talking about what they are doing and gave us examples of what they are doing. So I wanted to go over that.
Are they going to shrink the game size?
No, they're not pulling up Helldivers.
Oh,
they're not doing
that. That would have been nice.
That would have been.
We
nice,
know that that's going to have to listen. All I'm saying is video games are about to get way more optimized over the next couple of years.
Yes, they are. It's going to be forced.
Probably for the best, but it's also kind of like sucky that it has to be through the fact that stuff is becoming less available.
Correct.
If you know what I mean.
So, let's go into this. Our commitment to improving stability and performance. I have it cut off a little bit there so you guys can read this because we have the models now. To all players of Monster Hunter Wilds, Title Update 4 will be released on December 16th, 2025. This update will deliver additional content including Gogmizos, the first Elder Dragon in Wilds, and the expansion of endgame content with the addition of the Gogma Ardian weapons. In this update, we also focus on improving the game's stability and performance, implementing various improvements including CPU/GPU optimization for all platforms. So they actually kind of give a little bit of a roadmap here.
A nice looking roadmap.
The optimization. It is a little blurry, but there was a better version. But basically they're saying Title Update 4, when that update comes out, we'll be getting optimization on all platforms. So PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. That is going to include the processing improvements, load reduction, and various other improvements, including optimization and reduction of memory usage.
Well, that's nice.
And then in December, we're getting a PC exclusive patch for PC specific optimization, which will include CPU and GPU optimization, adding new graphics and CPU settings, as well as new presets, providing additional options to reduce processing loads, improving shader compilation process, which should reduce the stuttering, VRAM usage improvements, and high-resolution texture pack improvements.
Again, these are all massive things, considering the fact that all of these things are going to become scarce really soon. So here's my question: do you think they knew that some of this stuff was going to happen and just decided to make that change?
So I've kind of said this before, and I know some people have actually said like, "Oh, I'm wrong with this," but I am firmly in the camp of I think Capcom corporate forced them to release it sooner than they wanted to.
Uh-huh.
Because when it came out in early 2025, we were still kind of on the ropes of GTA 6 is imminent. And even though they are different audiences, when you look at corporate gobbledygook, they might have seen it like, oh god, GTA 6 is coming. That's going to take all of our players. We need to get players in now.
I'd say it's still for the best that they're doing this because of all of these massive changes that are happening.
Yes. And then in February, we get one more patch of optimizations, which is more GPU and CPU optimization, adding level of detail quality levels to the polygon mesh for 3D models, which should reduce the GPU processing load. And we are also re-examining memory-related processes to identify further potential improvements. So that is the overall roadmap. But that is not... That's like the very short version, if you wanted the basic short version of what they're doing. But to further improve stability and performance, additional improvements will be implemented in the patch exclusive to the Steam version in late January 2026, as well as the version 1.041 update in February. We would like to take this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude to everyone who has reported issues and provided feedback. Your feedback has aided the development team's ongoing work to improve the overall experience of these updates. We'd like to further explain the stability and performance improvements roadmap that was shown in the December 2025 Monster Hunter Showcase. Free Title Update 4 will implement CPU/GPU optimizations across all platforms, so PS5, Xbox, Steam. Processing improvements and load reduction. Processing time will be improved by distributing the process across frames for elements that demand the heaviest load, which includes players, monsters, and graphical user interfaces, primarily the HUD and maps. Processing load is reduced by comprehensively reviewing and streamlining various processes, such as reducing the number of simultaneous effects and improving collision detection for Palico and Sacred. Various other improvements, including optimization and reduction of memory usage, will be implemented. These measures are designed to improve the experience for all players, while avoiding negatively impacting the existing game by implementing improvements to common processes experienced by all players. We aim to resolve issues experienced by players on a wide variety of hardware configurations. So, this was something I was very happy about when I first read this. Gameplay comparisons. Title Update 3 versus Title Update 4 Steam version. Here's a look at gameplay comparison videos showing the differences between free Title Update 3 and 4 on the recommended specs of the Steam version system requirements. Testing was conducted with the frame generation setting set to disable. Performance metrics captured using Steam's in-game overlay performance monitor. This is only one example. Performance may vary depending on PC configuration and other environmental factors. Content and development is subject to change. So they actually ended up releasing a video, 2 videos specifically. They're unlisted, so you can only view them in this article.
Wait, you can't click the view them on YouTube?
No, you can view them on YouTube. But
okay.
But they actually show, and we're gonna blow this up, so chat can see the specs and what's going on here. Can you see this?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so they specify right here. This is title update 3 with an FPS of 39. The specs they're using, because this is their Intel CPU and NVIDIA GPU one, they're using an
So they're
i5
using Intel. Oh,
for
never mind. I thought you meant Intel GPU.
no
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Intel CPU, NVIDIA GPU for this specific test. There were 2 of these done, or at least 2 videos posted.
Where am I supposed to shoot you?
This one, they specified the specs were an
Head?
Intel Core i5-10400 and a GeForce RTX 2060 Super with 8 gigabytes of VRAM, 1080p upscaled, graphics setting to medium, and frame generation disabled. So, with Tile Update 3 against ArcVeld, you're probably getting around 39 to about 45 FPS, depending on what's going on.
Okay.
And they kind of bounce through this with like, oh, okay, do you want to see like other monsters like New Udra in the same like circumstance? You're getting around 45 to 50 FPS around there. We bounce to Title Update 4. We're actually getting between 50 to 55 FPS on medium with a 1060 Super. Or try 2060 Super. So that is actually a pretty substantial upgrade that they're giving us with Title Update 4. A better example, here is Lagiacrus, one of the new monsters that came out, new, quotation marks, with the Title Update 2. During Title Update 3, this had around 50 to 55 FPS. Same specs, but bouncing into Title Update 4, we're getting between 60 and 65 FPS now.
Okay. So now we're going from basically 30 FPS to 60. Finally. A year after the game came out.
More so 40 to 60, again, depending on what's going on in the game.
Uh-huh.
But that was the Intel upgrade. They actually did 2.
So one for Intel, one for AMD.
So they did an AMD one as well. The specs for this is the
That's
same
nice for them.
graphics setting medium, frame generation disabled, but the AMD one was very specifically the Ryzen 5 5600X and the RX 6600 with 8 gigabytes of VRAM. So they kind of wanted to bounce like, okay, here's what the typical NVIDIA user might experience, and here's what the typical AMD user might experience. They use the exact same parameters, the exact same fights to make sure their data was consistent with what they were showing.
Okay.
So for ArcVeld and Title Update 3 on a
That's nice at the very least.
For a full AMD setup with ArcVeld and Title Update 3, they were getting between 40 to 45 FPS. In Title Update 4, they were getting between 50 to 55 FPS. And that's ArcVeld, and ArcVeld is incredibly flashy.
Is it weird that I think that 60 has to be the minimum?
Well, again, I want you to remember, these are actually low-end specs now on medium settings with no upscaling. Or sorry, with no frame generation. With no frame generation and on pretty low specs in this day and age, that's actually really, really good.
So what's the minimum for this here? What kind of minimums are we talking? Like low tier
The minimum specs for Wilds.
Yeah, that gets them this performance. Or so are they using the best performance or low or like?
So they are actually using their recommended specs.
Recommended specs. Okay, not minimum specs, but recommended.
Correct. So the recommended specs for Wilds was an i5-10400 or AMD Ryzen 5 3600, which actually that was changed in this one because they're actually using the 5600X instead from the recommended. But 3600 is actually pretty low now, like very, very low. And then the graphics that they recommend is like the 2060 Super or RX 6600. So instead of just saying, okay, here's the Steam hardware reviewer or hardware survey, or here's what we think, they're actually using the actual recommended specs that they gave us when the game came out to use to test their optimization. Thank you, Capcom, for actually standing by your own recommended specs for this optimization. Again, it's not great.
It's pretty good.
They probably want you to use upscaling. But these tests were done without frame generation.
Are you
So,
saying the upscaling that gives you more frame? I've
yes.
always wanted. Can you explain to me how upscaling actually makes your frames better?
AI generation.
Yeah, but how does that make it better?
So instead of your computer, and my model froze, I don't know why it's doing that. Instead of your computer basically eating up the resources to upscale it, the GPU or the AI like bits that they put in their components are basically eating up that frame generation as well. So they're basically giving you fake frames.
Right. I just don't know how that works.
With the specs they're giving, it really doesn't.
Because the only reason why I ask is I'm just like, how do you make up frames? That just doesn't make any sense to me.
The making up of frames, I don't know, but a lot of it
Okay.
is due to AI, which
Okay. So
know.
it really just sounds like it's tricking you to think that it's moving smoother than it actually is.
exactly that's
Hey, look at
exactly what it
this
is.
screener that actually don't look horrible. Oh, and they're using Gotva Prime. That's so cool.
So I'm gonna actually go back to Lagiacrus because that was some of the best example. Lagiacrus in Title Update 3 with the recommended AMD specs is actually, come on model, thank you, about 55 to 60 FPS. That's actually really good. With Title Update 3, that goes to from about 65 to 70 FPS.
If you want to go above 60 or 60.
Yes, if you want to go above 60. If you don't care about that, you could probably hit a nice, comfortable 60, maybe
Yeah.
55.
Chat says it doesn't work in talking about frame generation. Okay, but like I'm trying to figure out how they say it's supposed to work.
Yeah, again,
'Cause,
with,
I just don't know how you're able to like fake frames. That literally doesn't sound like that's something that should make sense.
so very specifically with the specs or with the card, because it's very specifically the GPUs. With the cards that they chose as the recommended specs, they pretty much don't have frame gen, or at least the AMD one doesn't. Or it's a very basic version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because AMD really fell behind with the AI frame generation than NVIDIA did. Shocker, as we look at NVIDIA now.
So Chatter says, from what I understand, the computer knows what happens on frame 1 and 7 and makes an interpretation of what would happen from 2 to 6 and puts it in.
That's a great example. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So it's like AI art, basically.
Exactly. No, that's 100%, yeah, accurate. So, given the examples that we got from this, currently in the Windward Plains locale, which is prone to heavy load during inclemency events, the frame rate hovers around 40 FPS for both environment settings 1 and 2, with the frame generation option is set to disable. However, we confirmed that in most cases, FPS goes higher than 40 FPS after applying the update. We also confirmed a frame rate improvement of roughly 5% or more in the Scarlet Forest and Oil Well Basin. While in these areas, players will generally experience higher average frame rates than in the Windward Plains. This is only one example, and performance may vary depending on PC configuration and other environmental factors. For instance, this update yields limited improvements for hardware at the minimum system requirements when compared to the improved frame rate seen at the recommended system requirements. Following the release of Title Update 4, we will continue to deliver stability and performance improvements. Next, we'll share further details on the updates planned for January and February 2026. Notice, following the release of Title Update 4, we plan to remove the Monster Hunter Wilds benchmark from Steam. With the improved performance of the retail version introduced in free Title Update 4, the benchmark no longer provides an accurate result for players. Steam version exclusive patch late January 2025. This patch will include optimization improvements for the Steam-specific processes and options to reduce processing load. It will also include a review of presets, addition of settings to reduce CPU loads. So, in the update that we're getting in January for the Steam version exclusively, we're now getting options like animation quality, effect quality, character facial expressions, wet surface effects, monster frame skipping, handler frame skipping, monster or small monster quality, endemic life display count, equipment and decoration motion quality, and players displayed in lobby. We're getting options to increase or reduce those as we want.
Right. That's not bad. That's pretty good, actually.
And that is exclusively in a CPU tab. A CPU tab will be added to the options menu. This tab will include new CPU options to reduce CPU load. Addition of settings to reduce GPU load. New graphics options will be added, such as foliage density, along with new settings for existing options like volumetric fog. These new options provide greater customizations for players to alleviate CPU and GPU load to match their hardware environment and personal preferences. Additionally, we will make further optimization improvements to VRAM usage to ensure optimal graphics quality. We will also improve implementation of the high-resolution texture pack and optimize texture streaming speed. Furthermore, we plan to improve shader compilation processing to reduce processing wait time when launching the game. And then version 1.041 update on February 2026. This update adds arc-tempered arc veld and other content, and also implements additional optimization improvements. Improvements that include further CPU and GPU optimization, and we are currently verifying measures to reduce GPU processing load by adding quality levels to the polygon mesh for 3D models. This may help to reduce processing load by swapping to low-resolution models for objects farther away from the camera. We are also re-examining memory-related processes to identify further potential improvements. While we have conducted extensive testing across various in-house hardware configurations leading up to launch and subsequent updates, these tests failed to capture the wide variety of issues experienced by players across their unique setups. We take this matter seriously and are committed to investigating and resolving common issues across different user environments. With the updates announced today, we will implement various improvements to ensure players can enjoy the game with confidence, regardless of platform. As mentioned at the beginning, we would like to thank everyone who has reported issues and shared feedback. And they actually have a contact form in here if you want to contact them with more feedback and maybe issues you encounter in the Title Update 2 patch.
Interesting.
So
that's pretty neat, though. I'm glad. You know, there are very few games that actually will choose to optimize themselves after it comes out. So it kind of shows that at the very least they want people to play them a little bit more.
Yep. Well, I mean, let's look at the player numbers for Monster Hunter. That's World Wilds. Wilds right now is 14,000 players, with an all-time peak of 9 months ago of 1,384,608 players.
Jeez.
That's a lot of players missing. I mean, you can see the chart here, just shot right down. And it's just been kind of at the bottom since then. Again, I don't think Capcom expects a lot of their players to totally stick with, all their players stick with the game.
It's going to be a nice thing for newer people.
Absolutely. Or, I mean, in case in point, streamers like us, this is going to take a much heftier load off the stress of our machines. If there's, stuff they're saying here actually does help.
Now all they need to do is reduce the game size.
I mean, the game isn't... Well, hold on.
Was it 60? Excuse me.
How big is Wilds?
I like they're doing something about optimization. I hate that this happened a year after it came out. No, I agree.
Yeah. Again, that's why I've like
It's kind of a bittersweet kind of deal.
it is, and I understand like the problems. 154 gigabytes for Wilds. Yeah, they should reduce the load size. But I'm not gonna get on their case about that one. I think it's an anomaly what Arrowhead did for Helldivers.
Uh-huh.
And we are actually in an interesting position right now because Capcom has another game with the same engine coming out soon.
Which one?
Resident Evil Requiem.
That is correct. Do you want to talk about that?
We can. Let me catch up because chat actually, BJ. Never mind, terriers are not soul breed with forward-folding ears. I think the exact breed that fits your avatar is a T is Nova Scotia duck-tolling retriever. It fits ears and tail color. Okay, interesting. I'll have to look that up. I've been... Okay. Yeah, we can talk about Wilds. Not Wilds. RE9.
Yeah.
So, during the Game Awards, we actually got a trailer for Resident Evil 9. For those who don't know, since Resident Evil 8, which was Village, Capcom has basically moved away from the numbered titles and started using...
Even though they...
No, go ahead.
Even though it is numbered, they're moving away from it.
Yes. And that actually will come up in discussion immediately afterwards, because there are a total of 3 Capcom games in our docket for today.
Okay.
But we're going to go ahead and watch the trailer for RE9.
Sounds good.
Again, you probably won't get a lot of this, but it is here, and we're going to play it. Where is my audio?
Are you saying you do?
I would get this a lot more than you do.
Fair enough.
So, for a while, we've kind of been under the assumption that it's just going to be Grace in this game, which is the new main character, because we kind of assumed that they were leaning into the idea of removing the older classic characters in favor of adding new ones, like newer, like one-offs, like Ethan Winters in 7 and 8.
Uh-huh.
But in the original trailer for the game, people thought they heard Leon Kennedy's new actor from the remakes. But that wasn't confirmed. And then around the Game Awards, before, we got leaks. And this guy was in one of them.
Have we seen him before?
No. Well, maybe.
You don't know?
I don't know personally, but what I do know is that he is former Umbrella.
Okay, and now he's a zombie, basically.
He's definitely had some stuff going on with, like, the tyrants, like Nemesis or Mr. X, stuff like that.
Okay.
But they've kind of clarified that something is going on in Raccoon City, after the bombing, essentially. The nukes or whatever happened. Depending on which version of, like, the remakes or the originals.
What is Elpis? Is that the new thing?
So that does seem to be the new virus going on here.
Okay.
Or at least maybe some form of virus. Because again, Resident Evil kind of works off the idea of, like, biohazards and outbreaks and stuff like that.
Right. It's what makes it cool.
Yeah. But during all of this, we finally got to see our good boy. So in Resident Evil 7 and 8, you played 8, so you know this one. Chris Redfield
Yeah.
is in it. And Chris is one of the older classic characters. But in the new trilogy, which is 7, 8, and 9, we've yet to see the other primary classic. And this trailer at the Game Awards confirmed Leon. And during the Game Awards, they had a very specific note of saying this game is going to split between 2 different characters. So we're going to have 2 different playable characters, one of them being Grace Ashcroft, which is the female playable character, and Leon Kennedy, who is the male playable character.
Uh-huh.
But they've decided to switch up the gameplay styles for both. So Grace is going to kind of focus on the... what's the right way to say it? The more horror or class, like scaredy, like you know, hiding and running away from, you know, horror threats and everything. Whereas Leon, and I'm going to wait for that to show up before I talk about it. We got to see some gameplay with him during this trailer.
Uh-huh.
Very, very brief. But they have decided to lean back into Leon's gameplay style from Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Okay.
So
Which was what?
action-oriented.
Ah, okay.
So Grace is going to be more horror, and Leon is going to be more action. And instead of 2 different campaigns, we will be bouncing between the 2 of them periodically.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
So
That's interesting.
The director of this game, specifically,
Uh-huh.
was the director behind Resident Evil Revelations, which was originally a 3DS exclusive. Revelations is widely said to be one of the best games in the franchise, and did something similar where you had a horror character and a action character, and very similar transition of player character. So that's what they're doing here. So we'll be bouncing between Grace and Leon periodically, but Grace will be RE6, 7 style, Leon 1 through 5 style. More 4, 5, and 6. If as like you want like a idea there.
Chat asks, is that the one on the boat or the island?
The one in the submerged boat is Revelations. But if you don't know, Revelations is no longer a 3DS exclusive and is now on multiple platforms, including PC. So
That's nice.
If anyone wanted to actually play that, they did remaster that for the actual consoles and PC in mind. So if you wanted to play that, that is there.
Are those ones well optimized?
Yes. Yes. But Resident Evil 9 is using the RE engine, which is Capcom's proprietary in-house engine, which is what there was an early version of it used for World. It was used in Rise. It was used in 7 and 8. And it was used in Wilds. It is also being used in Pragmata, which is one of their other new games. And it is being used in 9. Oh, and also, it was used in the remakes. So 2, 3, and 4 remakes. So basically, they want to move away from using like Unreal, and they want to use their own in-house stuff. Which is partially why Wilds is actually kind of unoptimized, because they're still trying to figure out the kinks. And I have a feeling that the did DMC5 use it? I think DMC5 might have used it too. Yeah. But I have a sneaking suspicion that a lot of their optimization with 9 may be coming from the Resident Evil team, working with the Monster Hunter team. Because like if they're optimizing 9, maybe they're bouncing like feedback and like stuff that they're finding out about the engine properly and with 9 and bouncing it back to the Wilds team. Again, I don't know that for sure, but it is a possibility. The question will be, will they bring back Wesker, Shiva, Jill Valentine, Claire Redfield, Chris? Chris, I don't know. People have specified that they think Claire will be in this game. I am very much in the camp of none of them will be in this game, and we'll actually be seeing Ada, because Ada Wong is typically in games with Leon. I also had a tinfoil hat theory that this game is the reason why they remade Resident Evil 4.
Right.
But I want to add something here as my own personal theory. In the original Resident Evil 4, the whole point of that game was Leon going to this, village, because that's where the president's daughter was taken after she was kidnapped. Okay, cool, fine. In the original, Ashley never made mention about joining the same organization that Leon is a part of. In the remake, they did.
Right.
That was very specifically saying, hey, Ashley might be important again eventually. Because she wasn't
Right.
important again after the fact, after 4.
And now that's basically...
It's not confirmed, but the fact that they specified that they want her to be more involved after the 4 remake makes me wonder if she will actually be in 9. As a more, not Leon, veteran, status, but maybe under the wing of, Ada, or, have Leon having trained her or something like that. But I have a feeling that Ashley will be in this game.
Uh-huh.
Somewhere. I don't think she'll be playable. Unless she is, and that'd be funny. Some people have actually looked at the logo, or, the banner for this game. Let me see if I can find that. I did not grab that before. Requiem. No, I can't. The other one's not showing up. But the way they made it look is Leon is in the middle, and then on the left side of Leon was Grace. But it looked like there was a spot on the right side of Leon that looked like there was also supposed to be someone else there. But that was gone. Which means it is quite plausible that they're saving one more big character surprise.
Uh-huh. I was trying to think Akko is in a general. Well, what made you say that, chat?
Again, I just wanted to bring this up because I think it's interesting.
I mean, it's an interesting not plausible. It's an interesting what's it called? Theory.
Mm-hmm. So this actually goes into it. There was an interview with the director of this game. So the interview, or at least the dumbed down version of the interview, basically says the game features a single story campaign. As you progress, you will switch between Leon and Grace. The designer spent a very long time working on Leon's appearance. Switching between Grace and Leon will feel similar to how it worked in Resident Evil Revelations. When playing as Grace, the gameplay will give you a feeling similar to Resident Evil 2 Remake, while playing as Leon will feel closer to Resident Evil 4 Remake. Even before RE9 became Requiem, there was already a clear vision that the game will have 2 playable characters. The main question for the developers was, what would Leon be like in 2026? In the end, they decided to be able to do everything he could in the RE4 remake, plus new moves, since he has become more experienced. So basically, it's been several years between 4 and 9, obviously. A very long time. So Leon is kind of in his late 40s, maybe even mid 50s during 9. So his age is definitely showing. The main question for the developers was, sorry, I read that right. We were looking for a vehicle that could suit Leon, and Porsche agreed to collaborate. This is Leon's personal car, the Cheyenne Turbo GT. This car is not in the game without reason. So Capcom is actually partnering with Porsche for this game.
No, that's awesome.
That it's weird. I would have put that in the docket, but it's literally just saying,
It's
"Hey,
weird, but
we're
awesome.
doing a thing."
Do
with
we have
Porsche."
pictures of like anything that they're planning on doing?
With the car thing?
Yeah.
Maybe. Hold on. I will get the thing that they posted. But this is it. When one legend drives and inspires another with the help of his custom Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, Leon returns to save the day. And this was literally their advertising for the collaboration. And that was it.
Uh-huh. I mean, that's a cool image.
It is a cool image. I was excited before, like, ever since the beginning of 2025, I've kind of been in a Resident Evil mood, even if
Uh-huh.
I'm horrible with horror. Like, I've been kind of minorly obsessed, as I know you probably have noticed.
Uh-huh. Howdy.
But
I'm gonna be real.
Hmm.
I think you're slowly getting over your horror. Slowly.
I think so, yeah.
You playing Grounded has helped you to do that.
My playing Grounded has helped.
Get
I've been
over your-
playing Resident Evil 4 Remake, which I know is not a horror game, but it is still in the horror genre.
Well,
Yeah.
it's because you're fighting your worst enemy, which is a spider.
I still need to go back and finish RE7. But I've been in talks with Dylan, and Dylan's like, "Hey, why don't you just pull me into a call together, and we'll just, shoot the shit while you play this. If that's helping you play, then
Listen, if you decide to shoot the shit with somebody in a phone call, then the horror game isn't gonna be the same.
not necessarily true."
You're gonna be distracted.
But I've basically told chat that I will be playing RE9 on stream.
Okay.
So I know I put up a poll in my Discord and on Twitter, which, by the way, chat, if you've not joined the Discord, you should join the Discord. But there is a poll there where I basically asked chat, it's like, "Hey, what do you want me to play next? Do you want me to play?" Because I actually was talking about getting back into playing the Final Fantasy games again, because it's been a while since I played 6.
Yeah.
And I basically said, "Hey, do you want me to play 7, or do you want me to finish Resident Evil 4 Remake?" And while Final Fantasy 7 is primarily winning that poll, I might actually end up vetoing it just so I can finish 4 before 9 comes out.
Tem, you're gonna veto it even after you made the poll?
I might. Well, because 7 would take me a lot longer to finish than 4. Than RE4.
Chat, unsubscribe. It's over.
It's not to say I wouldn't play 7. I'm playing both of them no matter what.
Over.
They also, I didn't even put this in the docket, but I really should have. They actually updated the deluxe edition.
Mm-hmm.
So before, we only had confirmation of skins for Grace, because at the time, we were positive that Grace was the only playable character. But now we have confirmed that that is not the case.
Thank you for being a member for 5 months, Devastator. Excuse me.
You're getting canceled on Twitter. Time to mass unsub. Oh, man. Oh, man.
You're going to drop 1 or 2 subs?
Aqua the Hollow Girls collab to play horror games?
Okay, yeah, but... Dylan was manager, excuse me. Now Dylan is just friend.
Dylan is just friend. But Dylan is also a Resident Evil nerd and is like uber nerd with this and actively wants me to go through the series. So if he just wants to be there while I just do that, I'm cool with that. But I'm on something from the dog. Mods, remove the dog's womb. Excuse me? Excuse me, Gabby?
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's okay. We can do that.
So before, we had basic Grace weapons, so Grace will have a pistol. But they gave Leon a full-on hand cannon.
Which one is it?
The top one here. This, like, revolver.
That does, yeah.
That's a hand cannon.
Have you ever shot a hand cannon before?
No, but damn.
I have held one and used it once. As your arms need to be ready for it.
Yeah, they do. So they actually ended up adding several skins for. They added one new skin for Grace, and they added 3 skins for Leon, and one of them is his RE4 skin. I think I'm not sure. I'm not positive. I'm not fully caught up, but I think the one on the right side is his from one of the movies, one of the animated movies. And then the one on the left, I think, is his design from 6.
Euthanize the dog.
I could be wrong. Chat, if chat wants to correct me, please and thank you. I know one of Grace's skins is Lady Dimitrescu, and I don't know where her other one comes from.
Wait, they just give you a Dimitrescu skin? Oh, they really want to capitalize off of her.
Absolutely, they do. Capcom knew exactly what they were doing with her.
No, for sure.
Euthanize the dog. Chat, not the dog. Oh, God. Rhino-based revolver, actually a better revolver for control. I can do it right now. Give me 13 minutes and I'll have the room ready. Eat the dog. Oh, wait.
Eat the dog.
Hold on.
This isn't China, chat.
Well, your left and your right are backwards. Oh, they
or
are?
Hassan.
Oh, is the one on the right RE6 and the one on the left is the, like, Death Island movie? Okay. If that's the case, I was wrong, but thank you for letting me know. The one on the one is from where he was a bodyguard for the president is the one from the RE4 game, and the one is from one of the movies. Okay, yeah. From left to right, yeah. Understood. And they've also added other stuff, very specifically like weapon charms, I think. But again, this is a deluxe edition. Like, you don't need to buy this to get the full experience. It's just cosmetic stuff.
It's please pay us more money.
Yeah.
And you'll get some cosmetics.
I may do this though.
Of course you will.
I'm not, no guarantee, but maybe. This was something that was really funny to me. This came out today. Or yesterday, sorry. Resident Evil Requiem producer Kamazawa regarding Leon's design. We have women on staff who are Leon fans, so we get a lot of, well, feedback.
Well, feedback. What do they mean by that?
No, they were like we get feedback.
Ah.
So his design was influenced by the women in Capcom. They're women. They're female employees.
Understood.
Hag, Ada will be picked. Actually, a lot of people are thinking Ada will be in this game because she was actually originally slated to be an 8. So they want to use her. It's just a matter of where and how. Only woman? Cringe. No, the producer of 9 is actively saying the women under him, like the women that work under him, are thirsty.
I mean, maybe that'll make the game better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Looking more at some of the images of RE9 Deluxe Edition, it looks like maybe Grace will get the Alice skin from the Apocalypse movie. No, well, oh, you mean Apocalypse? I was thinking the first movie. Maybe. I don't know. The actor for Alice was actually at the Game Awards. She was actually on stage at one point. Yeah.
Speaking of the Game Awards, you know, Ghosts of Yotei got no awards, and they were nominated for like 9 of them.
Speaking of no awards, did you see that KCD2, the community manager, was saying they were snubbed and robbed?
Who?
The community manager of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I mean, listen, Kingdom Come isn't a horrible series. I thought it was all right. Unfortunately, I think the controversy surrounding them didn't help them a whole lot. I also think that like it is a pretty niche title. Or yeah, it's a pretty niche title just overall. You know? It's like if you wanted to compare Zelda and Metroid, there's obviously a more popular one, and there's one that gets more love despite the fact that another one like is pretty big in my personal opinion.
Absolutely.
So while I agree, yeah, it sucks. Kingdom Come is just not that big of a game.
Compared to Clair Obscur, no, it's not.
Was it even on the list for Game of the Year?
Yes, it was.
Huh.
Yeah, it was.
Interesting.
Um,
Yeah, it's just not that big in my personal opinion.
no, well, and also the backlash at the start of the year with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Yeah, I mean,
Denial.
like, again, that's not decided by fans. It's decided by randos. 50% of it's decided by fans. But I highly doubt that, like, it got that much attention from the 15% that is actually counted in the vote.
Yeah. So, we have one more Capcom topic, and then I think we move on to Clair Obscur.
My opinion is wrong. I'm going based off of what I see the people say. The people just haven't, like, I just don't think the people voted for it. Okay, that's a bug.
I don't know from when I'm getting this game, is they would still need to address the other Resident Evil games by not leaving them out. Not necessarily, but we'll see. I know some people are very upset about this game. I know Leon at Words of Paradise is rather upset with this game so far. But that's okay.
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm just saying that, like, the people didn't vote for it, sadly.
Mm-hmm. No one likes KCD's combat system or half saving system, which ruins the game for most people that want to play it. Well, there was also the drama at the beginning of the year where the creator, or I don't know if he's the creator or the CEO of the company, basically tried pandering.
I think he was the lead. Well,
Yeah.
he was he tried pandering. And then there was the drama behind whether or not the main character was a pedophile based off of one of the characters that you dated.
Yeah.
And even though that's not in the end, no, character is not a pedophile, but like it doesn't matter because enough people hated on the game that it went from a good title and a good series that was quote unquote not woke to it is a woke series that has a pedophile in it.
John De La Rose started the drama. Yeah, he did. And then Grum's doubled down on it.
Speaking of John De La Rose, he's still trying to act like anti-Gooner now, despite the fact that he has like been very Goonerific this year.
Mm-hmm. So we actually got one more announcement from Capcom during the Game Awards, and this was not the announcement I thought we were going to get. I thought we were going to get the Monster Hunter expansion announcement. Not Mega Man 12.
So it is actually a mainline Mega Man game
Yes. Now. So Capcom internally is labeling it as Mega Man 12, or the 12th entry in the series. But they are
actually play it.
They are doing the same thing here that they are doing with Resident Evil, where they are abandoning the numbered system.
Oh my gosh, it's actually Ballas.
So Mega Man Dual Override leads Capcom's efforts to turn the Blue Bomber into a core IP again. Putting aside how the developer's de facto mascot should have already been receiving such attention, Capcom is seemingly intent on following through on their recent promise to make Mega Man into a core IP, as evidenced by the fact they're actually announcing their actual announcement of the new Mega Man Dual Override. One of, if not one of the few standout reveals of the 2025 Game Awards, while Dual Override's debut trailer presented little in the way of gameplay gimmicks or potential enemy robot masters, it did confirm that the game will present players with both a proper 2D platforming entry set in the series' classic timeline, as well as one of the better design refreshes that Mega Man has ever seen. Marking the first proper entry in both said timeline and the overall franchise since 2018's Mega Man 11, players will have to wait just a little while longer before going up against Dr. Wily, as Mega Man Dual Override is unfortunately not set to release until 2026. In fact, here, we'll watch the trailer. So, when we started getting this little bit, it was like, what is this? This is weird.
Right, keep talking. I have to step away for a sec.
So, this is like, what even is it? In fact, some people were even thinking, in fact, looking at it now, you can actually tell it's Mega Man. But in the moment at the Game Awards, I know that I was at least internally thinking, could this be the Half-Life 3 announcement, because I don't know, maybe. But actually looking at it here, it's like this actively says 12 down here. I didn't even realize that. That's funny. But the second this door opened and we saw Mega Man, oh boy. I know a lot of people actively screamed because it's been a long time since we've seen Mega Man.
A long, long time.
Mega Man 11 will be 10 years old in 2028. I'm horrible with Mega Man. Even though, ironically, I should be pretty decent with it because it's just another platformer. And I'm actually...
It's not just a platformer. It's also got a lot of fight mechanics that are unique to Mega Man.
So, I believe they actually said this game was coming out in 2027. Oh, I didn't even realize this. It's coming to the original Switch as well. So we're getting it on the PS4 and the original Switch, as well as the PS5 and Switch 2, and Xbox and PC day one.
Pretty good. Ow, ow, oh, what the hell?
You good?
Splint. Oh, what the hell? Where did that come from?
You got a splinter?
I have a splinter in my foot. Where the hell did that come from?
Did you step on some wood?
I don't know, but sorry, you keep talking. I'm going to try and fix this because it kind of hurts now.
Now that you've noticed it, it hurts.
Yes, it really does.
Stop announcing games 2 years in advance. The hype will die by the time the game comes out. Okay, so I had a... I think it was Dylan as well, because we were talking about Resident Evil, and this came up. I actually specifically mentioned, I think I see what Capcom is doing here. 2025 was kind of a weird year for Capcom, where we pretty much just have Monster Hunter and all of the title updates. But 2026 seems to be Resident Evil 9, Pragmata, and then the Wilds expansion. So 2 big, 1 small. I gave the theory that 2027 will follow a similar route because we know 2 Resident Evil remakes are also in development. Capcom themselves have not confirmed this, but we know that they are working internally on the Resident Evil 0 remake and Resident Evil Code Veronica remake. What I told Dylan was I think that we are going to see Mega Man and Okami 2 in 27 and one of the remakes in 27.
Wait,
so,
Okami never had a second game? I thought Okami did.
No, Okami had Okami Den, which was a DS exclusive, and it was kind of a soft sequel. Okami 2, we are actively playing as Amaterasu again. It is a proper sequel now. And they announced it, I think, at the last Game Awards. If it was the last Game Awards, it was Summer Game Fest.
I see. Sorry,
And-
you're gonna have to keep talking. I'm
No,
just like
You're
trying to not die, but this is actually hurting quite a lot now.
No, you're fine. Again, and obviously we'll have other things in there. Because actually, ironically, I mentioned Pragmata, but I didn't even in my original talking to Dylan about like what 2026 could look like, I actively mentioned Monster Hunter Stories 3, and I did not mention Pragmata. So Capcom's 2026 is already massive. Because we have Stories 3, we have the Wilds expansion, we have RE9, we have Pragmata. And then in 27, we have Mega Man. We probably have a remake. We probably have the DLCs for 9, or maybe not. We have more title updates, probably, for Wilds. We might even get the announcement of the next Monster Hunter game proper. Because typically it's 1 mainline, 1 portable game. So Capcom's lineup, and they actively talked about making Mega Man and DMC more mainstream titles for them again. So maybe we'll even see a new DMC something. And there were rumors about Dead Rising, new Dead Rising game. So Capcom's really pushing out games. Like, oh my god. I'm almost amazed by this. They're doing pretty good. I don't know if Mega Man will be on the RE engine. I would assume it will be. But in the moment, we don't know. I'd rather have it be a Lego than a Splinter. Same, because Lego you just step on. A Splinter you have to dig out. I overslept and missed most streams today. Well, that's okay, Tape. You're here now. Stop announcing games 2 years in advance. The hype will die by the time the game comes out. Yeah, there was a lot of 2027 announcements at the Game Awards. Almost disturbingly so.
Can't find my tweezers.
Just use your nails.
It's in the back of the foot.
Grab your knife. Dig it out. This way for Honor died out, which is a similar combat system for KCD. The winner for Game of the Year for KCD 1 was God of War, an active combat system with weight behind the attacks and a simple save system. Players like games like God of War or Witcher 3 over KCD. Don't let them take inspiration from the Netflix adaptation. Well, no, it'd probably end up being either new altogether or DMC 6. Which, again, Capcom is moving away from numbered titles overall. So it probably would just be DMC, like, Devil's Reign or, I don't know, something.
Why are they moving away from numbered titles?
I
Is there a
think to
reason?
give them some leeway of how the story would go. Like, obviously, there will probably be, like, bits and pieces here and there to indicate where it is in their timeline. But I think the idea is to make it ambiguous enough to where, like, new people could jump in without worry.
I see.
Like, if they say, like, oh, Mega Man 12, people got to think, like, oh my god, I gotta go back and play the other 11 Mega Man games to play this new one. Or, like, Resident Evil 9 is like, oh god, I go play the other 9 games. Or other 8 games to understand this one. And by removing the numbered titles, because Monster Hunter also did that with World. By removing the number system, it technically removes the player need of they need to go back to understand. Because I think what Capcom is ideally aiming for here is specifically, if people like this, they will go back and play our other games too.
Holy cow. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Oh, fuck. Now it hurts because there's nothing, the thing isn't in there anymore.
Yeah, as that does.
I'm sorry, chat. Oh, goodness. But yes, new Mega Man game. Is it going to be 3D or is it just going to be...
It's going to be
2D,
2D still.
Okay, so it's going to be 2.5D then.
Yeah. So the article continues. But far from a completely out of left field announcement, Capcom's sudden revival of the all but officially dead and buried franchise appears to be part of a larger initiative to revamp the franchise into one of their flagship IPs. Detailing the plan in their end-of-year 2025 integrated report, Capcom COO Haruhiro Sugimoto told investors, "Our efforts are focused on core IP such as Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and Street Fighter franchises, and mapping out mainline series entries and sequels, remakes, new IP, and ports of content to the latest hardware. We consistently release 2 to 3 major titles or new major titles each year, but recognize the need to grow our pipeline going forward. Capcom owns a wealth of globally popular brands such as Mega Man, Devil May Cry, and Ace Attorney. We aim to expand our user base and improve our performance through new releases, remakes, and ports of titles in these series to new hardware. By enhancing brand power and cultivating loyal fan bases, we will grow these into core IPs. Bleak as the idea may seem, or may be that the company's most iconic creation may be neglected to the point of needing special care, it is, as Mega Man fans will tell you, unfortunately the reality of the franchise's current situation. In the years following the release of Mega Man 11, which itself was the overall franchise's first new entry since Mega Man 10, 8 years prior, the only new games the Blue Bomber received were its various anniversary collections, as available for every line except Mega Man Legends, and constantly ported to each new console or operating system. And the 2 mobile games, the abysmal Japan-exclusive Mega Man X Over or Zover, I don't know, and the surprisingly robust Mega Man X Dive, the latter of which has since been released in a non-mobile, non-monetized form. A release schedule that is a far, far cry from the near annual one it enjoyed across all of its lines during the 2000s. And to put a stamp on how rough things currently stand, Sugimoto's optimism towards the Mega Man IP marks one of just 5 times the series is mentioned in the integrated report, and the only one that does not come as part of the general history recap. Ultimately, while its announcement is a welcome one to be sure, Capcom's recent track record will be handling the franchise suggests fans would do best to not get their hopes up that Dual Override will actually release until Capcom actually assigns it an exact 2027 release or debut day. So
Interesting.
we'll see. Again, not until 2027, but it is something worth being excited for. I would still say
I will forget about it by the time it gets here.
I'm sure
I'm
you
just
will.
saying.
I'm sure
you
you will.
probably will too.
I don't know. I probably won't.
You don't think so?
I don't think I will forget. No. I'm gonna sound like a shill when I say this.
Mhm.
I think Capcom's actually been doing very, very good lately. Despite the performance issues of Wilds, I still think Wilds is a competent game.
Despite the fact you think that they've been a little bit more woke than normal?
Well, comparatively, compared to like other companies, they've been far less woke than others.
Mhm.
Like, I know people will say RE4 Remake is woke because they redid Ada's design entirely. But all things considered, as far as their overall games are concerned, they haven't had an overall bad release.
Right.
Like, you always sound like a shield at Nintendo and Capcom. Excuse me, Magma. Again, I don't know. I hate sounding like a shill, but it's true.
Is it true though?
I'm
Is it
not.
true,
You're not
chat?
wrong, Magma. I like Rise Break so much more than Wilds, and that's fine. But I still don't think Wilds is a inherently bad game. It maybe not be for everyone, but I don't think anyone will actually come out and tell you that Wilds is, shit. I think some of them will actively say they're disappointed in it or frustrated by it, but I don't think I've actually seen anyone actively say this game is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Filio Plup, thank you for the sub. So I don't know. We'll see. I've been happy with Capcom lately.
That's good.
Welcome, Bandog.
Temp is a shill, Lamau. They're not convinced, Temp.
I know. Look, if Capcom actually wanted to give me money, I wouldn't say no.
You would love more money.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick now that you are actually back. Proper.
Okay. Yeah. Oh goodness. Chat. I'm thinking about making a video, since we're right here, about Candace Owens. It depends. I think I'm gonna wait till after tomorrow night because she's supposed to have like a meeting with Erica Kirk tomorrow night. But she's doing some weird stuff. She's doing some weird stuff. Not only is she doing some weird stuff, it's been very interesting. I'm gonna be real with you. Excuse me. I don't know if anybody here actually listens to her. And but like she's gone off the deep end. Yeah, that's kind of the that's kind of what I've been thinking. My personal opinion, and I'll kind of outline this in the video I want to do. But like, oops, I genuinely think that everything that's going on right now with Owens and everything that's like been thrown out there, I genuinely think that it's a circus, and people need to remember that it is a circus, and everything that is going on has very little to no bearing on politics, I would say, because it's all online shit, and most people don't care about the online shit. That's my personal opinion. So, not to spoil the video I want to make, but I'm basically gonna say that.
I'll never be too
She's-
critical. I will tell you right now, if there's something worth being critical about, I will. Akko can attest to this. When it is worth being critical over, I'm not nice.
Sure.
And you're going to make it sound like I'm lying. Got it.
That's what family does.
Fair.
She's
Okay.
meeting with the widow of the dead man she's ruining the legacy of. That can only go well. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how that goes. Like I said, I'm waiting till after tomorrow, because I was going to make the video tomorrow, but then when I heard that it's going to happen, I was like, we'll wait. Yeah, if she is and does end up dead, if she does end up dead, that I guess that will be the proof. I guess I don't think that the government, or really whatever thing she thinks exists, is that stupid.
Mhm.
But you never know. The Egyptian planes will get her, probably. Probably, chat, probably.
Okay. Are you ready to continue or no?
Oh, I am.
Okay. So, at the
Do we
Game
blame
Awards,
Israel? I don't know.
Claire Obscure took the win. Claire
Yes.
Obscure is the game of the year for 2025, according to Jeff Keighley. So, Sandfall Interactive had this to say: "What a night at the Game Awards! As our team celebrates this unforgettable evening, we want to raise our glasses and celebrate with you. Thank you to everyone who helped bring Claire Obscure Expedition 33 to life. Thank you to all our players for your passion, the love you shared with us, and your incredible creations. Thank you for changing our lives."
I love how they all just like dressed as French people. I don't love it. I actually kind of hate it. Not gonna lie.
Well, it was one of the outfits in the game. I approve of it.
Right. I still think it's pretty dumb.
Nepotism Awards, Kojima. Oh yeah, did you see that? During
Did he
their
just-
during
I saw that he like kind of walked out.
So people are saying that during the acceptance speech for Claire Obscure, Kojima just got up and walked out.
Did he really think he was gonna win with that game?
I don't know. And there was actually a clip of that someone got of when they were announcing that Claire Obscure was the game of the year for 2025, and the camera apparently panned to Kojima, and you could see Kojima just scoff before clapping.
He's kind of a sore loser. Again, I think he just expected to win.
Let me see if I can find that. Hold on. It's really funny.
That is hilarious, though. He's high on. I mean, like, he's kind of won a lot whenever something happens. So it's not out of the realm of possibility to think that he did expect to win.
Okay, here it is. Oh, nope. Sorry, I had Guild Wars videos in the background for when I was playing Guild Wars.
Wow, not even gonna close the current videos that you're playing. You can't just save them for later.
Anyway, so this is Kojima during the acceptance speech, or when they were announcing. You
Oh
see
yeah, he's
that
definitely
he's
upset.
pissed. I wonder how much money he paid to get it rigged, but because of the overwhelming support for Claire Obscure, if they ended up doing anything for Kojima, it'd be obvious.
I'm no longer friends with Jeff. That would have been funny.
Like we know Jeff is a Kojima simp. But I think they probably knew if they had another situation. I'm not saying Baldur's Gate 3, but they probably knew this was another Baldur's Gate kind of year. That if this had gone to anything but Claire Obscure or even Silksong, that there would be flat out riots.
Uh-huh.
So they actually probably had to accurately actually go through the proper votes.
Yeah. Thank you for the 5. Protea Prime, are you kidding, game? Why Protea? Protea is like one of my least favorite ones to fight. And you are correct, Mercenary, yes. Listen, at least he put Pecora in his game, so that's why everybody should love it.
Mm-hmm. But just seeing that scoff, like, you could tell he's pissed. And I love it. Cope
Do you
and
think he
Sieve.
expected it? I think he just was like it was promised to me 3,000 years ago.
Yeah. In fact, Death Stranding actually received 7 nominations.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it won a single award.
Really? Not even Death Stranding?
Yeah. Death Stranding, KCD2, Hades 2 did win a couple. Silksong won one. I think actually might have won a couple as well.
I just think the Silk Song was too close to the end of the year, not gonna lie.
No, I disagree.
Really?
It came out in September, which is still, probably the tail end of mid 2025. Like, it was far enough away where it actually, had a chance.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, Zyote got 0, Death Stranding got 0, KCD2 got 0. But Hades 2, Claire Obscure, and Silksong all got awards of some kind.
At least Kingdom Hearts was pretending to be salty. Oh, I don't think they were pretending.
No,
I think they were just salty.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. On that note, where is it? Here it is. I did not actually pull up the actual tweet, but Pirate Nation got it. From Sir Toby, who is the community manager for KCD2, saying, "We have officially been robbed." And this was after the Game Awards.
He does indeed. Well, then he should go become a movie director like that other Japanese man that made just about everything in Japan. Takeshi. He should be like Takeshi Takano. Is it? Yeah, Takano. Takeshi Takano. Should be just like him. If he's that upset,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this version of Protea Prime that's been commandeered, I like this version. How come I can't have a version that always has her lasers out? That's kind of cool.
Death Stranding 2 is a good game, but not better than E33. Yeah, no. I'm going to say now, have a good night, Magma.
Good night, Magma.
Player's Voice Award caused a lot of messes on Twitter. It did, because Player's Voice ended up being Wuthering Waves. In fact, I don't have any articles up for that, but I've been seeing a lot of outcry basically demanding the Game Awards not even nominate any gotchas for anything going forward.
Why?
Because apparently gotchas are slop and take away from the actual games that deserve these things.
Yeah, but aren't they in their own category?
Well, no, Wuthering Waves is in Player's Choice or Player's Voice.
Okay.
But that's the thing is like,
No, I can kind of understand that then, because players' choices should really celebrate good games and not gotcha slop.
well, gotcha games can be good. Wuthering Waves is actually very good.
I don't care. Don't put gotcha games in players' choice.
I think the
Put
problem
one
is
player's choice.
Genshin. Genshin needs to stop being nominated.
Why is Genshin nominated again and again and again? That's that game is like on its. That game was brand new when COVID started.
Yeah.
It's 5 years old. All right, and what the fuck?
Hmm.
They need to stop putting Genshin into things.
They do.
Like legitimately.
Star
Who
Rail,
fucking cares?
ZZZ, that's fine. But and also, yeah, no, chat. Magma's right. Someone actually pointed out that these gotcha games also tend to bribe their players,
They do, yes.
which technically is against the rules, but they still bribe anyway. As a gotcha slop enjoyer, cope. Gotcha players get in-game currency if they win an award. Yeah, they do. Which sucks. They should not do that. Like, okay, let me rephrase that. They can do that if they want to, but they shouldn't tell people they're going to do it.
Everybody will respect it though.
Yeah. Like, if they want to do it, fine, but... But...
Not giving me much choice there, game.
Even Stellar Blade, or, Shift Up even said, congratulations to Claire Obscure by putting Eve in Mael's outfit. In fact, I'm expecting to start seeing collaborations across the board with Claire Obscure for other games.
You think so?
I do. I don't expect to see one for Stellar Blade, maybe Stellar Blade 2, because we know a sequel is coming. But I suspect a lot of companies are going to want to have a piece of the pie. Bribes for voting and bribes for winning? Yep. I don't play Uma and I still got stuff? Yeah. Pretty much, which... I don't like bribery when it comes to this. E33 is turn-based Dark Souls. This is all FromSoft's fault. That is a take. I predicted that we'd see a Claire Obscure collaboration in Final Fantasy 14.
In 14?
In 14, yes.
Interesting.
The question was how. Were they going to do like a basic event for like kind of like the Final Fantasy 15 and 16 events, or would they pull a near? Because like there's typically two different types of events that they do. But I have a theory about that now. Given the story of the game, without spoilers, because Claire Obscure, like people get mad at me if I spoil Claire Obscure. Without spoilers for Claire Obscure, I have a feeling it'll actually might end up pulling a Nier Automata and getting a proper full-on raid series.
I could see that. That'd be kind of cool.
Because they could give us a new character that is a Pictomancer that leads into the raid series. That is all I will say. Anyone that has played Claire Obscure knows exactly why I say that.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Is it the one with the cards?
No. This reason I chose Pictomancer as the class I chose for like a character that could, help lead in for a story for this is very, very spoiler heavy. Anyone that knows from the game story will know why I'm saying Pictomancer. But there's a lot of stuff here where they
Oh
could
my gosh.
absolutely do a raid series, and it would work so well. And they could tie different like expedition outfits to like different like rewards, so different minions, different stuff. And depending on what they do, like this could be how they bring Ben Starr in if they want to do voice acting. Because I predict that Ben would join 14 eventually anyway. Like I don't know if like as a main character or as like an expansion character. Like I hate to compare him to Wooklamot, but he could end up playing a character that's like an expansion companion, like Wooklamot or Sphene or something like that.
Oh, he's not a weird non-binary actor, so as long as he's not,
He's weird,
like-
but he's not.
yeah.
Ironically, did you see the segment of the Game Awards where Reb and Megan came out?
Yes.
So they basically said that they have the work of Warframe wouldn't be able to continue without Ben Starr locked in their basement. And the camera at the Game Awards panned to Ben Starr, and he had this like almost nervous smirk on his face and 2 thumbs up, like he's being threatened to say nice things. It was funny. I don't know anything about his opinions, but he's funny.
He at least knows how to be silly. And
Yes,
that's
he
good.
does. I haven't liked Final Fantasy in 20 years. I'm offended at the thought of E32 becoming more like it. No, I'm not. Okay. Final Fantasy 14 is a very different beast from other Final Fantasies. 14 players love E33. I've actively seen Yoshi P mention Clair Obscur. So Clair Obscur is definitely on the mind of at least the 14 dev team. Which is why I'm saying I do kind of expect some kind of collaboration.
Uh-huh.
I think the Alliance Raid series is probably more on the higher end of what we could expect. I think the lower end is like cash shop, like outfits.
Is he gonna be FaZe Connect's first talent?
I could totally see him like a one-time thing doing that, and that'd be really funny.
Yeah.
So do you know all the awards Clair Obscur won?
No, I don't.
So Clair Obscur won 9 awards at the Game Awards, the most for
That's
any
a lot.
game ever.
So they're not released by Sony, are they?
No.
Okay, then Sony didn't pay them enough money. Holy cow.
In fact, this game was published by Kepler Interactive, which primarily releases indie games. Apparently in Japan, this game was actually published by Atlas, which means they were published by Sega.
Interesting.
But that was Japan. But because, different regions, different publishers and stuff like that.
Interesting.
The awards that Clair Obscur won at the Game Awards was Game of the Year, Best RPG, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Score and Music, Best Game Direction, Best Debut Indie Game, Best Independent Game, and Best Performance by Jennifer English. When it came to the Best Performance, I know we actually reacted to this on Under the Tea. Clair Obscur had 3 nominations for Best Performance.
Uh-huh.
Jennifer English, who played Mael, Ben Starr, who played Verso, and Charlie Cox, who played Gustav. In my honest opinion, all of them did a fantastic job. Charlie Cox was snuffed. Charlie should have gotten that.
Maybe just a little bit.
Don't get me wrong. Jennifer English and Ben Starr both did a phenomenal job. But what we've heard from Charlie Cox, he deserved it. He was snubbed.
Napoleon smiles upon them.
I was listening when did Temp take off his jacket? A bit ago. The reason I do say Charlie Cox should have actually won Best Performance is he actively came out in an interview and said he did 1 session and it was 5 hours long. I know you've played some Clair Obscur and you've heard his voice as Gustav. He did fantastic for just a 5-hour session in the booth.
Was it really only 5 hours?
It was only 5 hours, according to him.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. And apparently, in that same interview, he even said he hadn't played the game yet, and people started coming out saying, I don't care what you do, someone has to buy this man a copy of the game. Temp like Cox confirmed.
Indeed, Temp likes Cox confirmed.
So 9 awards. That's a lot of awards.
That is, yes.
That is an insane amount of awards. I know people are mad at it winning Best RPG.
But why?
Because Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was also in that category, and there's a lot of people
I
who
don't
think
care.
that game is a better RPG than Clair Obscur.
I don't care.
I'm not going to say they're wrong, because I've not played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 yet. If someone wanted to buy it for me, I would play it, but
Right.
but I've not played it yet. But Clair Obscur is more akin to a JRPG than like Skyrim or Fallout or an open world first person RPG.
Right.
Like it is closer akin to stuff like Persona, Final Fantasy, Shin Megami Tensei, like
Ow.
like it leans into that RPG aesthetic more than what it actually is, or than what people think an RPG is. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is really good. That or E33 deserved it. Exactly. And I just think E33 just kind of came in and people were not talking bad about it until after it won. In fact, even Kabrutus came out and basically said he hopes. He was actually kind of hoping that Clair Obscur would not win Game of the Year.
Why?
Because he didn't want the fans or to people to come out of the woodwork against the game. Because since the game won Game of the Year, a lot of people have been coming out of the woodwork basically saying this game is shit and it did not deserve any of the awards.
I mean, like, that's just going to happen regardless. You can't really like, try and protect a game.
Exactly.
For that, I don't know.
A opinion disregard. I mean, I don't like Kabrutus either, but I understand his point of view. It's what we said when Genshin was having problems. Right, when Honkai Impact 3 was having problems, and it was around when Genshin was having problems. The Genshin people went to Honkai Impact 3 and started infesting its player base. And I understand the problems. Like, you want to gatekeep. If it wins Game of the Year, you're kind of start losing the gatekeeping aspect.
Yes.
Because now it's one Game of the Year, it is on a pedestal. I mean, it was already on a pedestal, but you understand what I mean here.
No, I know what you mean. I just... I don't know. He likes the new Doom game, opinion discarded.
I liked the new Doom game. Do I think it was Game of the... No, absolutely not. But I had fun with it. Eternal was better. 2016 was better. But I still enjoyed my time with Dark Ages.
Kabrutus will do anything for relevance? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really paid enough attention to him to give an opinion on that. His boss is weird.
I have no answer for that one. I've not played it yet.
It's weird, that's all it is.
But they had not announced it yet, but after the win at the Game Awards, Sandfall came out with an announcement.
Okay.
What an incredible night at the Game Awards. And while while the party in LA is still going, the free major update, thank you update, is being rolled out right now. Tomorrow comes in Verso's drafts. Our gratitude for this community goes far beyond what we were able to express, but this update should hopefully serve as our way of saying thank you. This year has truly been incredible thanks to you. We're going to watch this trailer. It is going to be minorly spoilery, but I don't think there's going to be any actual story spoilers.
Okay.
But they ended up releasing a new dungeon. Why are you at that? Why? So, we literally go into a carnival of Verso's making. Apparently, this update came with several new bosses, several new weapons, a new dungeon to explore, and it was free.
Interesting.
It gave several hours of new content. Several
My
hours of new
question
content
is,
for free.
do you think they would have released this if
I think they were going
they
to. Yeah.
won?
I think they were going to release it anyway. Oh, and also has a photo mode now.
Oh wow, shooting the face does a lot more damage. That's awesome. Oh, and a photo mode?
And a photo mode. This is basically,
Whoa.
there's enough content here that could be equated to maybe even a $20 DLC. And it was free.
Uh-huh. That was free.
There has not been any paid DLC for this game. Like, there's a deluxe edition upgrade, but it's all cosmetic stuff. There's the soundtrack. And they actually ended up releasing the soundtrack for this update for free on Steam.
It looks like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, it kind of does. In fact, I have not played the dungeon yet because I finished the game, and I'm going to do this dungeon when I actually go back to play it eventually. Because I want to do a full other playthrough. Because I don't feel like I was able to appreciate this game when I first played it. Like, I loved this game, but I basically burnt myself out on RPGs, and I felt like I had to force myself to finish this game.
Is that a giant woman? Yes. Also, the remake for Warframe's Tenno looked really good.
So Dom actually messaged me with the Warframe update, and basically says it really feels like DE's trying to push trans ideology.
How so?
So, a lot of the faces appear to have this almost womanly, almost baby face kind of look. But Dom put a beard on his drifter.
Okay.
And-
they don't that's something that they've always been able to do.
Yeah, but because of
It's not new.
because of the baby face, he kind of just went on like saying, you know, it feels like they're pushing trans.
I think he's wrong.
I do too.
I think he's real.
I think
he's
Dom needs to
wrong.
spend more time with it.
Yeah, especially since like the look is really good.
Yeah.
I like how it looks now.
They were to give us the update regardless of how successful the game was. Exactly, they were. I just think it lined up really well with them winning Game of the Year.
Yeah.
But I think this update was coming anyway. Didn't they find the music maker on SoundCloud? Let's get into that, actually.
Yeah. Find all your people on SoundCloud. End up making a Game of the Year.
So,
Thank you for the 5, by the way.
if people do not know, what is on my screen right now is their resume from Reddit. This was 6 years ago. Game. Ambitious AA game project looking for 3 female and 2 male voices. Hi everyone and nice to meet you. My name is Guillaume. That's probably extremely wrong. And I'm sorry. And I'm working with a small team of indie developers on an ambitious AA game planned to release on PC and possibly PS4 and Xbox One. We are seasoned game developers who have already worked on AAA titles, who started a passion project 1 year ago that is turning into a serious title that we want to release. For that, we are preparing a demo and a trailer to interest potential investors and/or prepare a Kickstarter, and that's where we need you. Our demo is almost complete. What we lack are the cutscenes, they're being made right now, and some voices behind our characters. The game is a 3D modern take on the JRPG genre with a Western-style characters. Developed on Unreal Engine 4, we have 5 main characters so far who need to be voiced. 2 adult female, 2 adult male, and 1 child female. The game will be heavy on narration, so voices are very important to us. Here is a link to a draft of our trailer so far, and that is a Google Drive link that they just posted in a Reddit post. None of the shots are final, and there is a big black part at the beginning because we are making out cutscenes right now, which is why we now need voices, and not these terrible robotic voices. But it gives you a good idea of what the game will look like. If you're interested, check out the document with the instructions and all the scripts, and it's another Google Doc where they just flat out release scripts they want people to read.
Uh-huh.
Ideally, we'd need people who can do the whole script of the demo for one character. But if you want to try and just the trailer voices, we'll already be happy. Let me know if you are interested and refer to the doc to get the instructions on who the characters are, what lines they have to say, and where to send the audition. I'll conclude my post by saying that if this project takes off, we will probably want to keep working with you for the rest of the project as a member of the team. I hope this project motivates some of you, as we are really dedicated to make this project into something big in a close future. Edit. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much to everyone who sent an audition. It is really awesome for us to see such a big motivation for this project. We have decided to close the auditions this Sunday to gather as many auditions as we can, but still give us enough time to make sure we have time to do our facial expressions afterwards. Edit 2. The auditions are closed. Thanks to everyone who sent a take. We'll send the results soon. Cheers. And this was on the r/record this for free subreddit 6 years ago. This was the start of Claire Obscure.
Yeah.
The writer came from Reddit. The composer came from SoundCloud.
Oh gosh. You know what's funny is I was actually, I can't tell that story, never mind.
Okay.
Can't tell that story. Here, I'll
Okay, that is that same one. Okay. I did double post that one then.
all right. What the fuck am I doing in this story now?
I have no idea.
Ugh. It's supposed to be like a 2-hour thing, and it has been lasting a decently long time, but like I'm just confused. Oh, are we getting the demon frame now? The one that's voiced after what's his face?
Emmett Selk.
Yeah, Emmett Frame.
Sometimes good things can come from Reddit. Exactly. Good things can come from Reddit. Not always, but they can. Just like some good things can come from other parts of the internet, and some not. But Claire Obscure started as a Reddit thing. And look where it is now, winning Game of the Year.
Yep. Never say never, chat.
And I saw it, but I forgot to put it in the docket. But I can confirm that several developers are coping and seething and basically saying Claire Obscure is yet again setting expectations that AAA cannot hope to achieve. It is out of their realm of possibilities.
It's pretty funny.
They said the same thing with Baldur's Gate 3. So I'd like to point out again that AA games and indie games are doing better than AAA.
Oh.
Akko seems...
I mean, like... No, go ahead.
I was just saying Akko seems eepy.
I'm fine. I'm fine. What I was thinking is, it's definitely going to force some of these people to think again more than they have been, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it will. In fact, I would even go so far as to say the biggest problem with Claire Obscure is that it's on Unreal 5.
Wait, it is?
Yes.
Oh.
And it's still very optimized for Unreal 5.
That's kind of crazy, not gonna lie.
I'm thinking when I finally do sit down to play it again, I'm going to make it a stream project.
Uh-huh.
because I want to be able to sit down and do as much content as I missed as last time and play with other new things.
Interesting.
But it's gonna be a bit before I actually do that.
Well, you'll have to show me when it's when you're done with it.
Well, it's gonna be a while because I still want to make it through other projects before I do that. I do like the Willy
Right,
Wonka
right,
inspiration
right.
DLC. Yeah. Don't forget, Temp, they also said the same thing about Silk Song, and boy, were they pissed at how cheap it was. Yeah, they said the same thing about Silk Song.
Yeah, they were upset because the price was cheap. Now they're upset because they're upset because the bar is set.
Mm-hmm.
I like this new Warframe. It looks awesome.
On the bar being set, who's ready for the bar to be broken again?
Uh-oh.
Because during the Game Awards, Larian announced their next game.
Oh yes.
We are
Do
not
you want
showing
to
the
play
trailer.
the trailer?
We are not.
I don't think it
showing
will
the
get you taken down, but just in case,
I'm-
chat. This game has an orgy in it. It's
There-
kind of crazy.
There's an orgy scene in the trailer. So
Granted, there is already people being burned to death as well.
yeah. To be fair, which one will YouTube and Twitch not like? The orgy. So we're gonna avoid showing that. But from Sven Vink over at Larian, I don't know where I've ever I don't think I've ever been so nervous about an announcement as this one, but here it is. This is our biggest, most ambitious RPG yet, and we can't wait to show it to you. So they announced Divinity, which is their newest game. It's safe to assume it is a sequel to Divinity Original Sin 2 and a sequel to the other Divinity games. But probably enough of one where it's essentially a fresh start for Divinity.
Right.
What we are hearing is that Divinity is going to be even larger than Baldur's Gate 3.
I hope so.
And
I really do hope so.
based on the content in the trailer, they are willing to get even darker with this game. Which, honestly, again, seeing a lot of what was in this trailer really made me think they were really held back by Wizards.
Uh-huh. And now we're going to get... here's a question. Do you think it'll be so dark it won't even be good enough for Steam?
No, I'm sure it'll be fine for that. I'm sure that they will make... Because, again, if it works, it basically just their own take on, like... That's the wrong way to say it.
That's it.
Their own game.
Wow. Divinity will be 4 times the size of Baldur's Gate 3, 16 times the detail.
I think they're going to take a lot of what they learned from BG3 and apply it to this. In fact, I've even seen some people say that they still prefer Divinity Original Sin 2 over BG3 because the build variety in DOS 2 seems to be much bigger, especially for people who enjoy build crafting.
Uh-huh.
Because with Baldur's Gate 3, they had to rely on like official D&D stuff, whereas with Divinity, this is all just straight Larian. Like there's the only creative differences they might have is maybe people internally, not a big company that owns the IP, because this is Larian's
Right.
IP.
It's their baby.
It's their baby, yeah. So, now I did see someone say that I don't expect this till 2030. I expect to see this sooner. I don't expect to see 1.0 until 2030, but I do think this game will come out much sooner than some people might anticipate into early access.
Well, yeah, they do throw this stuff into early access pretty quickly, it seems.
Typically,
Thank you for the 10. Give it one moment. Yeah. Oh goodness, you're right. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate it.
So Larian has actually come out before they announced this. By the way, I want to clarify that they actually believe that the early access period for BG3 helped shape BG3 into what it actually is, and that's why I do fully expect them to do early access for this game as well. Because they believe that the player response from the early access period is what truly made BG3 better, because they were able to work with player feedback in early development.
Right. Right.
So that's what I do expect them to do again. And I promise you, even in early access, I will be buying this game because Larian has proved they have earned our trust.
No, I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I think I'm just interested to see how I'm interested.
Yeah,
That
I'm
makes
interested
sense.
too. Larian did something really funny as well.
Okay.
So you saw the leaks, right? Of that this was actually Divinity, the statue thing in, I think it was Nevada.
What leaks?
So hold on, I need to change the battery in my headset, and then I will continue that.
Okay.
Come on, thank you.
Awesome. Now I have the Warframe blueprint for Uriel.
Anyway,
Cool.
so people were speculating. Obviously, we talked about the statue the week prior to Game Awards on Dogwave. But the day or day before, or the day or two before the Game Awards, there was a leak of Divinity.
Quote unquote leak of Divinity.
I think it was on their LinkedIn, or it was another site like LinkedIn, of different iconography or different symbols in Divinity, and every symbol pointed to the statue. So Larian took the leak that came out and made it their Twitter banner.
I feel like that's a sign of them saying yes, it's a thing.
It based. They ran with it and made it into a joke.
That's pretty good. Pretty funny, not gonna lie. How many gigs is on that?
So
I don't want to have to take it apart.
Again, it just goes to prove to me that Larian is worth paying attention to if they're willing to even joke about their own internal mistakes of this getting leaked.
I don't even think that's a mistake. I don't think that there's much you can do about that, honestly.
Yeah, you're right. It's also the internet. Like, you're gonna find this. If the stuff they own it. Yeah, exactly. They owned it.
Did they leak it, I wonder?
It's
No,
plausible.
I highly doubt that.
It is actually quite plausible they did.
Fair, I guess. I don't know.
Where is it? Sure. You know what? We'll talk about this next. Neon Genesis Evangelion Japanese voice actress to make VTuber debut with brand new avatar.
Well, this already has happened.
Yeah,
but
Yuko,
it was really interesting.
Yuko Miyamura, the voice behind Evangelion's Asuka, is debuting as a VTuber. The actress unveiled her new avatar on December 4th.
I thought it was cute. Nice little thing.
It is cute. It's very reminiscent of Asuka, actually.
Oh, so does she just like act like Asuka?
Well, no, the model. Just it looks kind of like it takes aspects from Asuka, like the hair.
Like okay.
Well, because if you look at Asuka, where's the?
No, I okay. It's the twin tails
it's the twin
things.
Like yeah.
If that's it.
So, to commemorate her 53rd birthday, Neon Genesis Evangelion voice actress Yuko Miyamura, the longtime Japanese voice of Asuka Langley Soryu, announced that she will be making her official VTuber debut at an upcoming year-end livestream. Miyamura previously announced her intentions to become a VTuber during an Evangelion 30th anniversary live event, when she hinted that her new avatar was in the works. Post translation. Thank you. Thank you for celebrating with me. No matter how old I get, being celebrated is always a joy, and I'm truly grateful that I'm 53. My nightly live streams might be a sight for sore eyes with my tired, puffy eyes and wrinkled skin. My apologies for the poor appearance. Finally, that V avatar I announced at the 30th anniversary live event is complete. The design is by Yun Koga, is utterly adorable. The V avatar for Yuko Miyamura will be implemented in a year-end live stream. Stay tuned. Though her character has yet to debut, Miyamura has previously unofficially streamed as the VTuber Blaster Renko from 2020 to 2022. Lore-wise, Blaster Renko is an alien from a planet Buster who came to Earth to learn about human society. While on the planet, she attends a Japanese school and streams video games to make the connection between Blaster Renko and Miyamura more apparent. The former reports that she's currently living in the house of the latter. Blaster Renko also refers to Miyamura as Mommy on occasion. Miyamura only recently recovered from her battle with Graves' disease and Hashimoto's thyroiditis, both serious illnesses that left her unable to speak or articulate properly. Though she considered retiring in 2022, she was encouraged by her peers to focus on her recovery. Following successful treatments that she partook in without stepping down, Miyamura has since returned with her iconic voice. Her new VTuber avatar was created by manga artist Risa Kimura, who goes by her pen name Yun Koga. Kimura is the creator of popular 2000s manga like Loveless, Tenshiko, and Kill Me, as well as the ongoing series Kuromata Suikoden, Hero of Heroes. With her recovering voice and Kimura's design for her V avatar on her side, many are hoping that Yuko Miyamura's VTuber career will help raise the voice actress's spirits and help her reconnect with her fans. Details about her official live stream will be revealed at a later date.
I love how everybody's just saying that they would fuck her.
God, I don't like automaton media. It's constantly, it's buggy. So yeah, that's cool. On the other side of the Evangelion news, Studio Gainax, known for influential anime series like Neon Genesis Evangelion, has shut down after 41 years as its bankruptcy is finalized. Hideki,
I saw that. It's really sad, honestly.
Hideki Anno, who co-founded Gainax and remained a shareholder for more than 2 decades, described the closure as a truly disappointing end, but said that he's accepting it with a sense of calm. So, Gainax is gone.
Oh my goodness.
Gainax never changed. Look, okay, technically it should be Gainax. It should be Gainax. You're right. Not Gainax, Gainax.
Sorry, I'm just kind of bewildered because I'm sitting here looking at Emmett Selk, but he's got like blue skin and he's telling me things here. It's kind of crazy.
They filed for bankruptcy years ago. It's finally official. Yeah. Evangelion was a good show. Did you ever watch Evangelion?
No, I have not watched Evangelion.
This is something we should change. There's a lot of things we need to change with you.
Listen.
We get it, Temp. You're gay. I'm not, though.
Chat, I'm pretty sure Temp is not gay.
Rest in Pepperoni, one of the great founders of anime. Yep. Hot take, I hated Evangelion. It's not really a hot take, actually. Evangelion is a mixed bag. You either really like it, or you really don't like it. In other sad news, Jeff Garcia, the voice of Sheen Estevez from Jimmy Neutron, has sadly passed away at the age of 50, TMZ reports.
You know what's sad is I was listening to Barnyard today, and he also voiced the mouse in Barnyard.
Yep.
It's really sad.
Toon Hive. Why did you have to use an image of Planet Sheen? That show was so bad. Like, that show truly was awful.
Oh wow.
Temp being biased, fine. No, I'm not.
I forgot they have new titles that you can affix to your name based off of the resources that you have in your inventory.
Fun.
Like, there's one for how much money you have and Kuva. This is kind of cool.
Especially Fairly Odd
Sorry,
Parents and Jimmy Neutron were terrible shows. I grew up with Jimmy Neutron. I love that show.
Jimmy Neutron was a good show. I don't know what you're talking about, chat.
I loved it. But that's me. But to be fair, I think it is pretty much it's almost unanimous that Jimmy Neutron is just a really good show. But Fairly Odd Parents definitely fell off. I'm glad Jimmy Neutron ended when it did.
It fell off because they just tried to continue it. And
when there was no reason to continue.
Oh wow, there's one for Steel Essence. Interesting. Oh right, there's one for Haro. Yes, you can like spend 250 Haro chassis blueprints now, specifically to just prove that you've got a bunch of Haro chassis. I sadly am missing 40 of them because I sold all of mine a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to rebuild my Haro chassis stock. Because I was selling mine for money when I needed it.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this now. Sorry.
Okay.
Please tell me you heard about this.
It's Call of Duty, so the answer is probably no.
Okay. A message from the Call of Duty team. First off, thank you for all the feedback we've received over the last few months. Call of Duty has enjoyed long-standing success because of all of you. A passionate community that demands excellence and deserves nothing less. We also know that for some of you, the franchise has not met your expectations fully. You don't say. To be very clear, we know what you expect, and rest assured we will deliver. Will you? And over-deliver. Will you? On those expectations as we move forward. With respect to Black Ops 7, we set our sights to deliver a spiritual successor to Black Ops 2, and the studios have poured their passion into making a great game that all of us are very proud of. Did you? But it's one thing for us to say it, more importantly, it's up to you to try it and judge for yourselves. So, as it relates to Black Ops 7 and the future of Call of Duty, here's a few important notes. 1. You'll have the opportunity to play Black Ops 7 for free. Next week, we are opening the doors for everyone to jump in and play Black Ops 7, multiplayer, and zombies for a free trial along with a double XP weekend. We would like you to experience the game firsthand and decide for yourselves. We are committed to unprecedented seasonal support. Your continuing feedback will help shape our seasonal updates over the coming months. Season 1 is the largest live season ever, and we're just getting started. We won't rest until Black Ops 7 earns its place as one of the best Black Ops games we've ever made. 3. Our strategy going forward is changing. We will no longer be doing back-to-back releases of Modern Warfare or Black Ops games. The reasons are many, but the main one is to ensure we provide an absolutely unique experience each and every year. We will drive innovation that is meaningful, not incremental. While we aren't sharing those plans today, we look forward to doing so when the time is right. To be clear, the future of Call of Duty is very strong, and we believe our best days are ahead of us, given the depth and talent of our development teams. We have been building the next era of Call of Duty, and it will deliver precisely on what you want, along with some surprises that push the franchise into the genre forward. We look forward to welcoming you in, listening to you, and moving forward together. It's this. This is what I wanted to talk about. The whole we will no longer do back-to-back releases of Modern Warfare and Black Ops games.
Oh well. I'm sure people are so devastated.
I'm sure. Now, to be fair, they did say Modern Warfare or Black Ops games. So expect like Ghost 2 or Ghost 3 or whatever next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, World at War 2. I don't know. Either way, on the surface, it does sound like, oh, no more annual Call of Duty releases, but there will still be an annual Call of Duty release because they cannot help themselves. Call of Duty is just Activision's Pokemon.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I've never played much of Call of Duty, so I can't really say that I just found it really interesting.
Don't. If you're going to play a shooter, play Battlefield 6.
I think I'll just stick with Fortnite.
My model needs to stop freezing. Why does it keep freezing?
I don't know.
What's that? Okay. So this is something interesting that came out, and I wanted to talk about it. This is from Ayaka Mods. This was on December 8th. Just now, Honeybee as Ada Wong has been removed from Nexus Mods for reason he was harassed by people with comments on the overview mod page because a YouTube video was embedded in the description without explanation or reason. The mods Nexus recently removed are now safe and hosted on Ayaka Mods to help us grow by sharing and following. This was the mod. It is just putting Ada Wong in a Honeybee outfit from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
And it was leading to
Removed.
harassment?
Apparently, people were harassing the creator of this mod on the YouTube video that he posted with this. And I think Nexus Mods actually removed this as well because of inappropriate content.
Okay.
So, if you want this mod, it is on Ayaka Mods now. Take a shot whenever Temp removes the coat.
Sorry, chat. The music died there for a moment.
I actually made sure to grab an image of this just in case Ayaka Mods removed this, but they didn't. Which is good.
Speaking of which, why would it be removed? Like, what would happen to it?
On Ayaka or in general?
Just in general, you're saying that it would get removed. Are you saying that it would be DMCA struck?
No, it was removed on Nexus Mods, so I wasn't sure if Ayaka was also going to remove it for like some other reason.
Right. Never mind. Don't mind me being a little snarky, honestly.
Let's see.
Did you want to talk about Samsung?
Sure, let me bring that up.
And then what else did you want to talk about tonight? Do we have quite a lot left?
We have quite a lot left, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some things I added to the document are not going to be, or not doc, but like the docket will not be read because it has now been false.
Like what?
Or maybe not false, but
I'm still curious.
The Rocket thing for Valve and then the KOTOR remake thing in there, which we now confirm is Fate of the Republic.
Okay.
And Cyberpunk 2077 is 5 years old now.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Happy 5 years to Cyberpunk. Ironically,
Yes.
people have been jumping into the here. We'll talk about that first because it's a very quick thing. People have actually been getting kind of uppity about Cyberpunk lately, ever since this like the 5 years thing was posted, because CD Projekt Red has been pushing female V as the primary V.
Uh-huh.
And basically people are getting upsetty spaghetti about the whole female V in general just existing. because at the start it was just male V that was there, and people are mad that CDPR basically didn't just double down on male V, and they had to make a female V, and in my honest opinion, it's stupid. Like, it is an RPG. It is a. If you want to look at KCD2 as a good example of that, like,
Uh-huh.
it is that kind of RPG.
I can't believe it's been 5 years.
Why I played female V on both places. I've only played female V. Male V is just better. I mean, but that's the thing, is like, people should just be allowed to like make that decision for themselves. Like, if you're trying to tell a story with a very specific character, fine, but the gender of V doesn't change the overall narrative.
Mizu might argue with you on that one.
Well, no, like, you're still gonna get V's head stuffed full of Johnny Silverhand. You still have to raid Arasaka to get the case. You still
Oh,
have...
no. What I mean is, some people have very good reason to believe that there was not supposed to be a choice on gender, and you were just supposed to be a male.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen that discussion come up recently too. In fact, some people even believe that female V was a last minute decision.
Yes, that is what a lot of people believe.
Because ironically, I think people have actually pointed out that I don't think female V has a straight relationship that you can do,
I think so.
but male V does. Like, so this is not like a male. She does? Okay. Because I know people only talk about I want to say Lucy, but Lucy's in the Edge Runners anime.
Uh-huh.
Also, ironically, female V is a better voice actor than male V. Agreed. I completely agree. Female V gets the cop. Okay, that's who I was thinking. Like, if there was one, it's gonna be him. All right. So again, I think it's silly. I understand why people are complaining, but I think it's silly.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this is coming out because CDPR has been pushing female V as the canon V since the Phantom Liberty expansion.
Uh-huh. I don't necessarily care that much.
Mm-hmm. I honestly don't either.
But it is interesting.
Here's my point of view. The canon one is the one you choose. Because in the end, it technically doesn't matter. Because the outcome ultimately ends up being the same, no matter what ending you choose.
That's fair.
So again, I just wanted to bring that up because it's funny. All the promotional material was male V, and now they've been pushing female V since the new team took over. Yeah. Temp says something good for once. You get it time away from the shot caller. Excuse me. I've said a lot of good things.
We'll see. You're still gay in the end?
Still gay in the end.
Yes, chat. They still want you to be gay in the end.
Yeah, as far as we're aware, Cyberpunk 2 is apparently very, very, very full of ESG and DEI.
How do we know that?
Apparently based on internal leaks, but again, the game's not out. The game has not even been announced properly yet.
Well, I guess we'll wait.
I think it's people dooming and glooming still.
That tends to happen sometimes.
Like, if that
I don't know. Trump won the election. We're all doing real good in this world and economy, aren't we?
Right, but CDPR isn't American. They're Polish.
Yeah, I'm making a joke.
Fair. So
Trump won the election, so everything is just fine right now.
It's just fine. They put the woke away for a week. I'm not pre-ordering Cyberpunk 2.
Imagine.
I'm gonna wait for it to go on sale. I might not. We'll see. Again, it depends. I need to see the game. I need to see overall response of it. Because I didn't buy Cyberpunk when it came out. I bought it soon after it came out. Actually, technically, you bought it for me because you needed to pay me.
Was it me?
It was
fair
you. You
enough.
bought it for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Akko's starting to sound tired? Yeah, Akko is starting to sound tired.
I'm not starting to sound tired. What are you talking about?
You are starting to sound tired.
I feel like this is just an excuse for you to want to end the show.
Let's see. Oh, here. The actress who plays Hinako in Silent Hill F feared that she'd need an apology press conference after streaming the game, but was instead overwhelmed by the positive response. So many people accepted me positively. I feel saved by the world. I want to shout arigato.
Why does she need to apologize?
I don't know.
Okay.
This was one of those like, but why? Like, just I don't know. Benvy was the one in the big E3 hype video. Yeah. All right. So Samsung.
Samsung, yes. I want to make sure people understand. This is not NVMe drives, allegedly. This is just
the SATA drives.
SSDs. Huh?
SATA drives.
Well, it's just SATA SSD drives.
Yeah.
Which are the ones that require the 2-plug connection.
Mm-hmm.
This I don't know if they've mentioned why. I haven't read this article. Have you read this article?
No.
Okay.
But we're about
I don't
to read
know
it
if they
together.
mention why. Like if it has to do with AI. I imagine it probably does because there's been a lot of technology recently, and I've started to feel this myself, even in the back end, looking for stuff for my own like things I want to do. There's been a lot of stuff that has just been slowly inching away from the public use, general use.
Mm.
And I don't really like that. I really, really don't like that. Micron decided that they were going to get rid of Crucial RAM,
Mm-hmm. Well, no,
which is
Crucial in general.
Yep. Just Crucial, because Crucial also has SSDs.
Well, no. What I mean is like Micron is just ditching Crucial altogether.
It says in the article right there. It says Crucial's RAM lineup.
Okay. Micron came because we talked about it on Dogwave last week. Micron just announced they're getting rid of their entire consumer Crucial lineup entirely.
I feel like we'd have to double check that because again, the article is just saying Crucial RAM.
Okay, I will scroll up and get that.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's what the article says right here. But like, the problem is AI data centers are the most profitable thing to quite a lot of companies right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are chasing the high of creating the AGI. And you know, I've never really been a quote unquote hater of AI. I've always just kind of seen it as a tool, a ineffective tool. I would say, you know, it's got some good laughs that come along with it. The AI art I've always just seen as like a means to a creation of another thing. But I've never really like seen AI as this super duper important thing. Like I even used it once to ask it some tech questions, and I felt like the tech questions weren't that good. I felt like in order to get the tech questions, I would have to read the articles that it was trying to cite as a source. So I've never really like felt that AI itself was going to be a long-term kind of deal, if that makes sense. But then Crucial comes out and announces that they're gonna cut stuff, or excuse not Crucial, Micron. They're gonna cut Crucial, which is pretty big because that's a pretty nice RAM lineup for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And now, sorry, I'm trying to breathe through this. Samsung is also getting rid of their SSDs. Now they are just one of many SSD brands, but there's not really a lot of different SSD brands. There's definitely a lot of hard disk drive brands, you know, but there's not a lot of SSD brands, and I feel like there's even less so of M.2 brands. And I don't know why they're choosing to do this. I know for Crucial, they're doing it because they want to focus specifically just with AI data centers. I don't really like understand that because it's already happening. Already we are seeing people realize that AI isn't worth as much. Um I don't know if it was this week or last week, but I'm pretty sure Nvidia, their stock went down a little bit because of a lack of returns for these data centers. And so the question is, how long is it going to take before that bubble pops? And when that bubble pops, are we going to lose these companies, or are they just going to walk back to the consumers? It's kind of like my question.
Right. So I found the article, and Micron themselves literally says announces exit from crucial consumer business. Micron will continue crucial consumer product shipments to the consumer channel until the end of the fiscal quarter 2, which is February 2026. The company will work closely with partners and customers through this transition and will provide continued warranty service to support for crucial products. Micron will continue to support the sale of Micron branded enterprise products to commercial channel customers globally. So the crucial consumer brand is going away
Uh-huh.
for AI. That
Stock up on
includes
WD. WD is I would say out of all of the hard drives, the hard disk drives that exist out there, WD is probably the best,
yeah.
in my personal
No, they are.
opinion. I've listened to quite a lot of people do testing for different hard drives. Western Digital has the lowest failure rate of, I believe, 0.03. And I believe that's based off of how often a drive will fail within the first year, and it is 0.03%, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
So that means that 0.03 drives that you get will fail within the first year of use. So Western Digital is the way to go.
So Micron is just fully abandoning consumer entirely for the
The
sake of it.
question is whether or not they will jump back the moment that they realize that AI is
So this is
non-profitable.
something that some creators have said, where the consumers are not going to forget about the ones who don't abandon them.
Yeah.
So like Nvidia is going the way of fully AI, basically not wanting to go for just normal consumers. Micron is doing the same, and we're probably about to see a lot more do that too. So even if they do decide to pull out and go like, "Oh, but we need to come back to this," that trust is gone. They were willing to abandon their consumers for AI.
I think that it won't really matter with a lot of people if they want like a product and it's better or cheaper than the others.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think people care that much.
So let's go ahead and actually read the article. Samsung to halt SATA SSD production. Leaker warns of up to 18 months of SSD price pressure, worse than Micron ending consumer RAM. Samsung is reportedly preparing to wind down its SATA SSD business, and a notable hardware leaker warns the move could have broader implications for consumer storage pricing than Micron's decision to end its crucial RAM lineup. The report suggests reduced supply and short-term price pressure may follow as the market adjusts. Samsung is reportedly preparing to wind down its SATA SSD business, and according to well-known leaker, the move could have far more serious consequences for consumer pricing than Micron's decision to end its crucial branded consumer RAM lineup. The claim comes from Tom, host of the Moore's Law is Dead YouTube channel, who says multiple sources across distribution and retail have independently confirmed Samsung's long-term exit from SATA SSD production. The leak comes after another report detailed that Samsung has raised DDR5 memory prices by up to 60%. Despite declining interest among enthusiasts, SATA SSDs continue to feature prominently in retail sales, accounting for a noticeable share of top-selling SSDs on major platforms, such as Amazon, particularly in the budget and upgrade segments. Tom argues that removing a major supplier like Samsung from this segment could tighten supply and push up SSD prices across the board, at least in the short term or short to medium term. According to Tom, the key issue is not whether SATA SSDs are technologically outdated, but how much supply they still represent. He points out that roughly 20% of Amazon's top SSD bestsellers are still SATA based, with Samsung drives making up a notable portion of that list. Pulling that volume out of the market even gradually reduces overall SSD availability, which in turn puts upward pressure on pricing for both SATA and NVMe drives. It also aligns with a recent prediction by memory industry veteran Dave Eggleston, who told Tom on a recent podcast while answering a question from the audience that NAND SSDs could be the next PC component to see price increases. Tom also stresses that Samsung's move is fundamentally different from a brand reshuffle. His sources claim Samsung plans to end SATA SSD production entirely after fulfilling existing contracts rather than continuing to supply the same NAND through other consumer-facing labels. That creates a genuine supply reduction, not just a change in branding. On top of that, the prospect of SATA becoming harder to source could trigger panic buying among system builders and businesses that still rely on the interface, further amplifying short-term price increases, Tom explains. Tom contrasts the Samsung situation with Micron's decision to scale back the crucial consumer RAM brand, which he describes as largely symbolic in terms of market impact. Micron, like Samsung and SK Hynix, already supplies memory chips directly to third-party brands such as G-Scale and ADATA. Even without crucial branded kits, Micron DRAM continues to reach consumers through other manufacturers, meaning overall supply remains largely unchanged. By comparison, Samsung exiting SATA SSDs removed an entire class of finished consumer products from one of the world's largest NAND suppliers. Tom argues that this is why the Samsung's move is worse for consumers. It directly affects how many drives are available, not just who sells them. Looking further ahead, Tom says industry forecasts suggest pricing pressure will ease again once manufacturers pivot back towards consumer hardware, likely around 2027, driven by local AI workloads and the next generation consoles that require fast SSDs and large amounts of RAM. However, he cautions that while SSD prices may eventually come down, the era of cheap SATA SSDs is unlikely to return, particularly from Samsung.
I don't know. I mean, like, I do like his prediction that they will go down in 18 months, and that's about projected when the AI bubble is going to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Again, AI has, in my personal opinion, slowly been eating a lot of people's patience in a bunch of different ways, you know? So I think we're approaching the period where I think we'll see that I'm just interested in that bubble bursting so that I
Yeah.
can I can walk in and say I'll buy up that server rack for like pennies on the dollar. I want to save like $5,000 just so that I can walk in and say and give that over for like something actually useful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm looking at like Amazon right now. If you look up just SSDs, Samsung is one of the first things that you'll see.
Oh yeah, it normally is.
It's because they're the most popular one.
Yep.
So You know? Oh, excuse me.
Operating costs is supported for it either because it's not actually turning a profit in any capacity, hence why it's being subsidized by taxpayers now. It's been on life support for a while now. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, interesting. That conversation between Candace and Erica is going to be one-on-one, and it's going to be private.
Weird.
Yeah, very weird.
Oh, this is interesting for people who are fighting game enjoyers. After being deemed worthless by Netflix, then missing out on Evo in the same week, NetherRealm Studios has now filed for bankruptcy.
Worthless. That's brutal.
To be fair, you saw what Netflix was saying, right?
No, what were they saying?
Netflix actively came out and said in their decision to buy Warner Brothers, they flat out said they have deemed Warner Brothers games to be worthless.
Wow.
They actively said their gaming division is worthless and not worth the buying cost.
Oh boy. That's brutal.
So, because of that, NetherRealm has basically just said, "Nope, we're out."
To be fair, they are right. Oh man, maybe they are right.
Oh goodness, sorry.
Oh, are you tired now?
I'm not tired actually, but I am yawning.
Maybe we should be done. If you're tired, if you're yawning, maybe we should be done.
Okay, let's see. There's that. There was that. I haven't seen anything out of this. Court dismisses ex-Marathon director Chris Barrett's $200 million lawsuit against Bungie and Sony.
What was he suing them for?
Firing him and then not paying what he had in the
Okay.
company. Basically, they were supposed to pay him, but they hit a certain window where they fired him, so they didn't have to pay him. Or at least that's what the severance. Thank you.
Okay. And he was suing them for $200 million,
And apparently
court
he was
said no.
I remember him being fired because apparently some women in the workplace said he was being inappropriate.
I see.
It's a Me Too movement.
I see. But it got dismissed, sadly, it looks like.
Yeah, so it got dismissed.
I mean,
apparently, by
he
the judge.
unless it was with prejudice, he can appeal.
Yeah. So we'll see. We will see.
Okay. Fair.
So apparently, so you've heard of Brown Dust 2, right?
Yes, it's a Gooner game. Some of those skins definitely kind of freak me out.
Okay. So, Brown Dust 2 was scheduled to come to Steam.
Okay.
So this is what came out from the Brown Dust 2 JP account. Notice regarding the postponement of the Steam version release. First and foremost, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has been looking forward to the release of the Steam version. We have been preparing for a long time with the goal of launching on the Steam platform, but during the process of aligning with the platform's policies, we identified issues in the current version that are difficult to resolve. As a result, after careful internal discussions, we have regretfully decided to forego providing services on Steam. We deeply apologize to everyone who placed their expectations in us for this outcome. We explored various solutions for the release, but we had determined that adjustments at this point in time would be difficult while maintaining the level or the direction and level of completion that the game aims to pursue, leading to this decision. As a token of our appreciation, and for those who supported and awaited the Steam version release, all rewards for winners of Steam-related community events conducted to date, as well as rewards for achieving wishlist registrations, will be distributed following the update on December 16th. Moving forward, we will continue to explore alternative platforms that can provide a more comfortable PC environment, and we will promptly inform you as soon as details are finalized. We apologize once again for not meeting the expectations of our users, and we will do our utmost to provide a more stable and satisfying service. So some people have actually speculated as to why this is happening. Also, I realized that was off screen. I'm sorry, Jet.
You're good. I think it's too spicy, honestly.
So, that's gone. Well,
LOL.
that's funny. But I was prepared.
Yeah, you didn't archive it?
No, I archived it. We're good. We have it.
Excuse me.
From Pirate Nation,
God,
the real
man.
reason why Brown Dust 2 was removed from Steam, they tried to bribe users to inflate wishlist numbers by giving out keys, gift cards, etc., which violates Steam's TOS. The following behaviors are prohibited: posting advertisements, organizing contests, gambling, buying, or selling Steam accounts, selling content, gift cards, or any other items, and begging. So, this is the actual thing. Steam wishlist event underway. Add to wishlist and verify for your chance to win a Google Play gift card.
I just gotta say, okay, girl on the left.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Again, I could very easily believe this. I could also believe this team is like, that's too much.
I honestly, I can't. I can't believe it with all the shit they allow.
I don't know. I find it.
It could be a combination of the two.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. That's just wow. Missing weapons here. What the fuck? You okay, Temp?
No, I'm good. Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, Temp's falling asleep, chat.
No, I was reading a message. You're good. Blue Archive tried to do something similar, but more accidentally for upcoming anniversary. They reversed it, though, and put out a notice citing Steam rules prohibiting such actions. If Blue Archive did the same thing and basically said they couldn't do it because of Steam rules, I'm guessing that the Blue or Brown Dust 2 devs were not willing to compromise. And that was the deciding factor then.
Yeah.
Because again, artificially inflating the wish lists is not great.
Yeah, excuse me, I would agree.
So if any of you were looking forward to this game coming to Steam, don't. Just don't. It's not.
So it's like a definite, it's definitely not coming?
It's a definite, it's not coming to Steam now.
Okay.
I guess we'll end on this. So, during the Game Awards, we got the announcement for Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic.
And then we learned it's like 5 years away.
Well, we've gotten more information since then. For those who don't know, Fate of the Old Republic is at least helmed by Casey Hudson, who was the original lead on the Mass Effect trilogy and Knights of the Old Republic. Not 2, just the first game, because Obsidian took over for the second game. We really don't have a whole lot of like idea of what's going on here, but yay, a new Old Republic game. Awesome. No, it is not. It is a single player action RPG. But there was an interview from the with Casey Hudson.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of want to read this. In Star Wars Fate of the Republic, step into the role of a Force user on a journey through a galaxy on the edge of rebirth at the end of the Old Republic. The brand new epic narrative single-player action role-playing game from Argonaut Studios, developed in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, was announced on stage tonight at this year's Game Awards, along with the first look at a thrilling trailer. It was announced that Fate of the Old Republic will be developed by a new studio launched by Casey Hudson, the director of the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and the Mass Effect trilogy. Blending innovative storytelling, memorable characters, and heart-pounding combat, Fate of the Republic will immerse you in an unforgettable experience where every decision deepens your journey towards the light or the darkness. In the exclusive first interview on the forthcoming title, Hudson and Vice President and GM of Lucasfilm Games, Douglas Rayleigh, sat down with StarWars.com to talk about the storied history of KOTOR and tease what we can expect from the new collaboration. When we developed the original KOTOR, we wanted to create a definitive Star Wars experience, crafting an adventure that consisted of all the things we dreamed of doing as Star Wars fans, Hudson says. Now, 25 years after we started working on that game, our aspirations are equally ambitious. Fate of the Old Republic represents an opportunity to explore a contemporary vision of the definitive Star Wars experience, using state-of-the-art technology and game design in an all-new story crafted specifically to deliver on the combination of player agency and immersion in Star Wars that was at the heart of KOTOR. Although Fate of the Old Republic is not a direct sequel or continuation, it is being built by people who helped shape that legacy, Rayleigh adds. Throughout my 2 decades of working in Star Wars games, including Star Wars The Old Republic, I have been fortunate to see firsthand just how much these stories mean to our fans. For us, this new project is about honoring that legacy by creating something in the same tradition of a deep, cinematic, choice-driven role-playing game. Reuniting with Casey has been a tremendous honor, and we are pouring all of our shared passion and experience into building the next great chapter. After directing the original and beloved game, Hudson was eager to return to the galaxy, creating a new expression in the tradition of KOTOR, which was released in 2003. Star Wars has been an ever-present force in my life from the time I saw the first movie in 1977, and throughout my career, where it's been a constant source of inspiration, Hudson says. It's hard to describe how exciting it was to be able to work in the Star Wars galaxy, contributing to its incredible legacy. We had so much fun working on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and it was one of the defining experiences of my career. Hudson remained in contact with Lucasfilm in the more than 20 years since, hoping to get the chance to collaborate again. But a project like this is a huge commitment for everyone involved, so it took the right conditions to get everything to line up, he notes. This year, Hudson co-founded Argonaut Studios and the stars began to align. Our goal is developing the kind of games I love making, emotionally powerful, cinematic adventures driven by player agency, narrative depth, and immersive world building, he says. Conversations between our team and Lucasfilm Games led to an incredible opportunity to return to Star Wars. And once again, we can hardly believe we're working on such a special project. Still in the early stages of development and creation, Fate of the Old Republic benefits from decades of creative experience across the collaborative partnership. I've always strived to lead very focused projects with creative clarity and alignment among the team, and a crisply organized production plan, Hudson says. That's ultimately what makes it possible to deliver a game that meets high expectations, but constantly achieving that with large and ambitious projects with ever-increasing demands on scope and complexity has been a lifelong journey of learning and improvement and a personal obsession of mine. As the director, Hudson partners with his team as well as Lucasfilm Games to bring that clear vision to life. Great ideas come from all parts of the team, he says. So my job is to gather and shape a cohesive vision that the entire team contributes to, ensuring that everyone shares that vision and understands their part in creating it. Is crucial to the success of a project. And this newest chapter in Star Wars gaming history will touch on what Hudson sees as the fundamental pillars of the franchise scene. Or sorry, I need to take a drink of water.
Oh no, cinematic games.
Hudson sees as the fundamental pillars of the franchise, such as innovative storytelling, memorable characters, challenging gameplay, and immersive agency in the Star Wars galaxy. Lucasfilm Games was eager to tell a new story in an era with lots of possibilities. Star Wars' past is a vast open canvas for creators to explore without having to navigate storytelling touchstones from other media. Rayleigh notes, being set in the past gives us an immense amount of open space to tell new, original Star Wars stories, while staying true to the spirit of the galaxy we all love. There are, quite literally, infinite stories to tell. While we will always honor and celebrate the core saga, no you won't, it's crucial to explore new territory, meet new characters, and see new parts of the galaxy. Rayleigh was especially excited to partner with Hudson, given his depth of knowledge in both Star Wars storytelling and RPG game creation. We have been keenly aware of our fans have been wanting to revisit this player fantasy, Rayleigh says. To create a new RPG that lives up to this devotion was something that we have had to be very careful with. Casey's expertise in crafting deep, long-term storytelling and building immersive, choice-driven worlds is second to none. And we are fortunate to have the game director as of one of the most beloved Star Wars games of all time return to the galaxy far, far away. It really blows me away to think that we were part of something that made such a lasting impression, Hudson adds. When we were making KOTOR, we were just focused on making the best game we could, and had no idea it would resonate the way it did. Seeing the impact it made with players and how that connection has endured for more than 20 years is humbling and inspiring.
Wait, okay.
Although the team is mum on the details of the story they're planning, Fate of the Old Republic will introduce new characters for an all-new story. We'll start early in development with many challenges ahead, Hudson says. I'm grateful to have enjoyed the support of KOTOR fans for many years, and I look forward to embarking upon this journey together, sharing more of what we're doing as soon as we can. So that was the actual article from StarWars.com. A lot of it is corpo speak.
Of course.
But, according to Wario64, which is also a post from Jason Schreier over on Blue Sky, ew.
Because he can't be on Twitter anymore.
Yeah. Last night's biggest surprise was Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, led by Casey Hudson, who directed KOTOR and Anthem. Exciting news for lots of people, but Lucasfilm says the studio was founded this year, which means that 2030 is an optimistic guess. Maybe it'll be a PlayStation 7 game. Okay. Casey Hudson actually replied to this. Still buzzing from the excitement last night. We're in early development, but we look forward to revealing more about Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, and we'll be sharing it here. And he replied, and it's been buried now, but I made sure to grab it. Don't worry about the not till 2030 rumors. Game will be out before then. I'm not getting any younger.
Okay, so it will be out in a couple of years, not in 5.
Exactly, yeah. So maybe tail end of the 2020s, but not 2030 is what he's saying. So if you were looking forward to this game, it will be much, much sooner than we are anticipating. I still don't expect, 26 or 27. I think we're leaning maybe more closer to 28 or 29, but
yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
We will see indeed. I'm hesitant on this one. Do I think it has an opportunity to be good? Sure. But this is Disney Star Wars.
Yes. And that's the problem.
That's the problem, yeah. Again,
excuse
could
me.
it be good? Absolutely. I mean, I actually have enjoyed the story of Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Those are the closest things that Disney has done since acquiring Lucasfilm that has felt like it came from the George Lucas era of Star Wars.
Uh-huh.
But after Acolyte, I don't trust them at all.
I didn't trust them long before that.
I mean, I didn't either, but especially after the Acolyte, any trust they might have gained was just gone.
That's fair.
I know I will still be playing the finale or the final game of the Jedi Fallen Order Survivor series because I want to see how that one ends.
Uh-huh.
And I will maybe play Fate of the Republic. I might have to wait for like word of mouth on this one.
Insert Kathleen Kennedy soundbite. No, thank you.
Yeah, no. That's it. That's all we got. Oh, actually, you know what? No, we have one more thing. I just realized we had this still.
Oh.
Deus Ex Remastered. An update on Deus Ex Remastered. Thank you to the community for your feedback following the reveal of Deus Ex Remastered. We've listened to what you had to say, and in order to better meet fan expectations and deliver the best possible experience for players, Deus Ex Remastered will no longer launch on February 5th, 2026. We look forward to sharing more updates with you when the time comes. All existing pre-orders will be fully refunded. Thank you again for your patience and support. Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion this game is dead.
That is funny. I would not be surprised.
The truth is Disney Star Wars has zero trust, low expectations, and no respect to the original saga or to the fans. Exactly. Yeah. Pretty much.
Temp's tired? Yes, Temp is very
I mean, I
tired.
am tired, but I'm not like tired enough to not go. Like to not just keep doing. Like I'm happy to entertain. So
Are you saying I'm not happy to entertain?
no, but I feel like you're putting me in a hole.
That's what dogs jump in holes. Excuse me. You jumped in that hole.
But yeah, chat. That's it. That's Dogwave. That is that is everything in our docket. What are
But
you
ironically,
doing?
though,
Actually, well,
what am I doing?
hold on. Let me do mine because I know you.
I'm doing nothing. Good night, everybody. We're done.
Yeah.
He just thinks that I will end the stream if I do that.
You've tried several times.
Excuse me.
So there will be no stream Wednesday. I have learned I have prior obligations on Wednesday, so there will be no Wednesday stream this week. There will probably be a stream on Tuesday or Thursday, though, to make up for that one. So, we'll see. I will figure that one out. The schedule will be out tomorrow, so you'll know then when we're doing that. Otherwise, we have more Undertale on Friday. We have more Abiotic on Saturday. And we have Dogwave on Sunday. And then whatever else maybe I'm in the week. I don't know.
Right. Flip a switch to Shock Doggo. Okay, I can do that.
What are you doing next week?
Well,
I know you have
tomorrow
one
I'm
big
playing. Tomorrow I'm playing Fortnite with Celestium and Leaflet. And Kangman
Lee.
Lee, yeah. I'm tired. I am hopefully finishing up the Cinder video editing, and then we might release it. I don't want to release it on Christmas. That would be kind of weird. But we'll release it either before or after Christmas.
Sorry, real quick. Funny that music got his collar before temp. There's a difference. I have my collar too. I don't have the shocking parts,
Yeah,
Mizu
shocking
also doesn't
parts.
have.
They got sent back because the people that I gave the address to fucked up with the address. I'm gonna be real, and they're trying to resend it.
So, but I do have the collar, just not the rest of it.
Yeah. Outside of that, I have my normal stuff. I have my normal hump day on Tuesday. Christmas is not next week. It's the week after.
Yeah, it's the week after. I
Hopefully things calm down a little bit.
yeah.
It's like, it's been nonstop drama for the last couple of days, and I've not been able to cover it in the way I want to because I'm just getting used to work.
Mm-hmm. A little hint. There might end up being a all day stream on Christmas Eve. I have not solidified that plan yet.
Okay.
Because I have no plans for Christmas Day, at least at this moment.
Neither do I. I might do something on Christmas.
Christmas Day,
At
I'm
least
gone.
being on the
but-
last day of Hanukkah. Oh gosh, chat. Speaking of Hanukkah, they came out, or Crowder came out. Trying to wrap my brain around this. Crowder came out and like did a. He basically showed the hidden footage that proves without a shadow of the doubt that Candace Owens was fired from the Daily Wire for being anti-Semitic.
That's funny.
It is, and I think the thing that, like, okay, this is only for the people that stuck around, but I think the thing that was the funniest to me is how Jeremy Boring was like, anti-Semitism is like racism in America, and he acted like he acts like that's a big deal when like he would probably be okay being racist. I don't know if real racist is the right term, but like he would be okay with the racism if it like made the Daily Wire more funny or more interesting. But like he's like, oh, we're not bought and paid for by Jews, but we don't like anti-Semitism. And I'm just sitting here like, listen, I don't like anti-Semitism either, but I can say that without like the idea that I am bought and paid. I don't believe the Daily Wire doesn't have some sort of weird backing by other interests. But yeah, like I mentioned, chat, there is growing tensions on the Republican side of the internet. And you know me, I'm an equal opportunity poker. I hate all politics. But oh fuck. I do believe that there's a difference between the online politics and the real life politics. And the Candace Owens shit is definitely just some, it really doesn't matter. Like, you're gonna, in a month or two, when she stops being popular, you're gonna forget about her. You're gonna move on to the next guy. Oh, excuse me, my apologies.
Oh, you're fine. It's late.
Sorry, I have been ingesting a lot because like I've been switching tactics. I'm trying to reset my YouTube algorithm, and so I don't have any videos that I used to watch in there. I like unsubscribed from a lot of people. And now all I'm getting is people either defending Candace Owens or hating Candace Owens. Yeah. And so I do think it's worth making a video about. I know some of my fans will probably say that they like Candace, and that's okay. I legitimately though still just think that she's insane right now. That's all I got. We should probably be done so I can like go brush my teeth. Cause I got about 5 or 10 more minutes before my body decides to knock out.
And you're the one saying I'm the tired one. I'm probably gonna for another couple hours.
Like Tim shooting. No, okay. So chat, the shooting did actually happen. A lot of people were passing around a clip of Tim Pool. Who he called or not? He called. Somebody else called, and the guy that called the sheriff's department said no. The problem was he called the wrong county. So somebody else called the right county and came up with a report.
Mm.
I also have heard rumors that he will talk about it more, but he's unsafe right now. And I kind of understand wanting to wait to do that until you are safe. So I will say the whole fear mongering about, oh, this might be our last show, I found that to be very gay. Not gonna lie. It was very gay of him to say this might be the last show. I do feel like that was a bit of fear mongering to try and inspire some of his fans. But I think he's legitimately allowed to be freaked out over all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's Dogwave.
So my final time, chat. If you enjoy the content I produce, I would greatly appreciate it if you left a like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, join the Discord as the best place to know when I go live. I'm actually gonna link my YouTube channel in Akko's chat, so if you want to go subscribe to
dare
there,
you.
we're actually pretty close to 750 subs, and even closer to 800. So it's fantastic. At 1,000 subs, we are doing a Sonic character smash or pass tier list. And you should join the Discord. We have rare dogs in there. We now have Doros. So if you want Doros, we have those there. Thank you, Gabby. Otherwise, chat. Back Tuesday or Thursday. No guarantee on which one. One of the two. We're doing something. Do you want to rate someone or just want to call it?
Yeah, I'm rating people.
You want to? Oh, okay. You are rating Mizu.
Oh, does it just show you?
Well, no. I just saw Mizu's thing and saying you rated Mizu, so we're rating Mizu. Chat.
Yeah, he's still going. That's why.
Yeah.
Funny enough, he's reading the comments of that Jello Apocalypse video, so he might be almost done.
Yeah.
That's where
chat,
everybody went tonight.
Go say hi to Mizu on YouTube and Twitch. And we'll see you later.
We'll chat. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be playing Fortnite with the Celestium Leaflet and Lee. Peace.
Bye, chat.